Hey, good evening, Barry.
Good evening, Lynch.
It is the 12th of June, the year of our Lord 2024. This is the weekly Boom. The longest running weekly live stream available on YouTube. Tonight's non-sponsored drink is going to be an orange kickstart because I'm a little tired, so I need a little extra caffeine. But these kind of taste like a more orangey sun-kissed, if that's a thing. But
Oh,
according to the thing, it says, look, it says 5% juice. So I'm like, I'm totally getting, you know, you read that?
yeah,
Probably
bunch of
not.
artificial fruit.
5% artificial juice. No. So let's see. Let me check
Well, the
here.
other 95% is artificial. You know.
Uh, I'm getting 100% of my vitamin C that I need by drinking this, so I'm going to live forever.
Yes, you won't get scurvy.
No, I will not. I will not get with scurvy.
Jen
Uh,
likes orange soda, but she likes like the cheaper brand you can get, the better. Like she prefer the No Frills brand over Sunkist or one of them.
My son really likes orange soda as well. I mean, he really likes the classic Orange Crush, but he'll drink an Orange Sunkist if need be.
Yeah.
I do remember one time he picked up a like an orange cream, and he was very upset because he did not like the
Wasn't
cream.
expecting the creepsicle.
He did
Yeah.
not like the cream soda. Did you see that in soft drink news? Did you see that Dr. Pepper overtook Pepsi as the second most popular like soda?
Really? Huh.
Yeah, yeah. Number one is obviously Coke, but I mean,
Yeah, yeah, Coke.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
But yeah, Dr. Pepper.
Pepsi's more an East Coast thing. I mean, it's not really. Well, I don't know. It used to be. It wasn't
Well,
really nationwide. I know they were trying for a while, but
so here's the thing. So one of the things that we used to uh uh if you're old enough, hey Kip, hey Kabuki, if you're old enough, like the Soda Wars. Remember the Soda
yeah, the
Wars?
blind taste testing and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and like the Pepsi challenge and like, because, Pepsi
Coke
and
too.
Coke were just, oh yeah, new Coke. Yeah. Hey Robert. Yeah, I mean, remember when new Coke came out and everybody and it tasted like garbage?
I remember when Diet Coke or Pepsi came out, and that was a big thing.
Well, Diet Pepsi was like the first one, right? It was just 1 calorie and blah
Yeah,
blah 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 blah. My mom drank a lot of Tab back in the day. She was a big
that wasn't
Tab.
really big over here. I heard of it over on the East Coast, but it wasn't really big.
I remember I had a sip of Tab once. I thought it was like just, I thought it was poison. Uh, I I can remember going to my stepfather was as I said, he was a bus salesman. He sold buses and RVs. Like, that was one of the
Hmm.
jobs he had. And he we would go to car shows and boat shows and RV shows and things like that all the time because his company would have like a booth or something.
Right.
And so I don't know if he really worked it so much as like, he would, but uh we would go to those things. And I remember it's several. There was the Pepsi challenge. And like literally they set up uh um as a kid, it was crazy because they literally set up free soda fountains. Like you can go and get a
Uh,
cup and fill it with Pepsi, and you could drink
yeah,
that all the time. Just like and go there. And I
run
remember
around
I
like a
would,
nitwit after 7 cups.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But you just like, you'd be able to like go and drink all the soda you want. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, that was
Is this Forest Dad Pad? I think it is.
maybe it might be.
Uh,
Is he tuning in from parts unknown? Is the big
uh,
question.
from a
It might
bunker
be
on a black site.
yeah, it might be an Antony. You never know. Antony's
I don't
showing
think
up
he's
tonight.
that bad. I mean, he's a little old for that.
Yeah, he's a little for that. He's still connecting though, so we'll figure it out. But no, I remember that. It was just like, and then New Coke came out. So
Yeah,
there is a conspiracy theory that because of the whole Pepsi, remember when like there was the no calorie, no caffeine Pepsi called Pepsi Free. It was like that
yeah.
was what they called it, Pepsi Free. But anyway, um,
And then that clear one they had, that cold that was clear.
whose dad
Uh,
pad?
What's up? Trying to figure out how to work this iPad.
Where are you located for us right now?
To the Yunnan Ruijin Resort Hotel.
What country are you in right now?
Oh, China.
Well, just I'll finish my anecdote, and then we'll have you
yeah,
talk about your China trip.
Oh my God,
Um,
yeah.
no. So, but anyway, there is a lingering conspiracy theory that the whole idea of New Coke was put into place by the Coca-Cola brands that are like, okay, well, Pepsi's gaining on us, and
yeah,
and they're doing these Pepsi challenge and all these things, right? And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna say, oh, we're gonna switch to New Coke. And then the whole idea was we're gonna switch to New Coke, and then if people basically like if it goes over, great, like everybody loves it, whatever, then cool. But they knew that it probably wouldn't. And what they were gonna do then is that they were going to like just basically try to shove New Coke down people's throats, and then they were gonna say, we heard you, we're bringing back Coca-Cola Classic. And that was like the whole plan, all and just to be like basically own the the ad space of the world, the whole thing, and then like every time they've ever been asked about it, they always say um you know just we're not that smart, we never do that. But
yeah. I
there was a
know.
documentary I watched about it, and they were like, I mean, just like any documentary, when you want to push your platform and make it sound
Yeah,
reasonable,
yeah.
like, but they were showing like all of these different like corporate memorandums and what have yous and things like that you know try to make it
Maybe
anyway.
there's always been corporate espionage, but I doubt they spend like millions of dollars for tool and shit.
You know what I mean? In the name of capitalism, I will always
Mm,
believe anything.
yeah,
So, Kabuki Kid can be like, no way did they plan all that out. Man, I know. And then, but like when it comes to capitalism, you know,
yeah.
capitalism kills presidents. I mean, let's so I will never doubt. Never
And the
doubt.
birds are real. They're fake.
Birds
They're
aren't real.
spying on us,
They aren't
taking their
real.
credit card numbers.
Richard Nixon
They
said they created drones and cameras. They called them birds.
call anything
So
that flies a bird, plane, helicopter,
yeah,
drone. It's a common
are
term in
you
the
trying to
military
say
for
that
anything in the
our
air.
our president would lie?
The one who's not a
Not
crook,
Nixon.
yes.
Not Nixon.
No.
Only Nixon could go to China. Uh
Mhm.
Anyway, so Forrest, thank you so much for brushing your teeth on live.
On
I have
my,
a time. I do have a time constraint, so I just wanted to pop in for a bit. Say hi.
what time is it there, Forrest?
11. No, it's 10:17. It's exactly 12 hours from where I live.
Okay, yes. That's what time it is here. Well, 12 hours back here,
Pookie
10
Kid,
p.m.
yes, you are being spied on. Always being
Yeah.
spied on.
Yeah, she's always
Oh
on the
yeah,
computer.
totally.
And of course she is.
So when you go home,
I get home Monday night before Origins next week, and then I'm back. I'm gone for Origins, which my wife is absolutely thrilled
Yeah.
by, because we got a new puppy and a 2-year-old, and
Well, I
the
heard
kids
her
are
boy, I heard
home.
her boyfriend was really happy about it.
Yeah, the
So
mailman's cool with
Well,
it.
the way she's been acting on the phone, he's not doing his job, because she is like, I call her and I just want to just explode with like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and it's just like, oh, I shouldn't do that. She's in a really stressed out mood.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Dude, it's man, I'm gonna hopefully I'll make a good video about it, but it's surreal. It's absolutely surreal. I can show you, like, I'll show you, I'll flip the camera, I'll let you see the view from the balcony, but I felt like a millionaire, honestly.
Yeah.
Like the whole trip. Well, right now, yesterday we got put up in a we went and visited a wood factory. We worked with Hero Time Manufacturing, and they also make Jenga. So, big like factory, and the guy that runs it, super nice dude. He took us out to like the dinner, best dinner I've ever had in my life. Like, not even being hyperbolic. And then he put us up in this resort, which is like a 4.5-star resort, where it's like we're only here for like the night, but it's like I just want to live here. But we went to our plastic factory that we bought, and that was so cool. Like, I got to see. Oh my god, what the hell is that? I got to see. I got to see how they make miniatures. That was cool. Shot a video on that. Screwed up the video completely. Sound quality is terrible. Shot a video on how Jenga pieces are made. That turned out terrible because the sound machines were so loud. But and then we're going to our factory today. That one's gonna be a lot more quiet. But like, I've learned so much about like the behind the scenes process of making board games. It's so cool.
Cool.
And then just culture shock, man. Just absolute straight nutter culture shock on everything.
Yeah.
Because
Gotcha.
it's like in Essen, it's like tons of people speak English, right? But in China, like,
Yeah.
not so much, unless they're like educated. But it's I rode a bullet train, which was super cool. I actually, yeah, from Shanghai to Yiwu, and those things like sell out like days in advance, and I didn't know
Oh,
it.
really?
So I had to buy a business class seat. But luckily, everything's just dirt cheap, because Chinese yuan, for every 7 Chinese yuan, it's $1. So like, everything's like I'll get like a full dinner, and it's like $2.20 American, and it's like, oh my god, are you kidding me? Like, I bought like a liter of water, like a big liter of water, and it was like 30 cents. And it's like, I'm gonna do like a massive shopping spree in this place called the Yiwu Shopping Center, which is 10,000 football fields worth of shopping.
Black
It's like
market. Yeah.
a 4-story. It's a 4-story building. It's like, it looks like a couple football fields, like football stadiums put together. Like, that's the entire. It's just mind blowing. Everything's just mind blowing. And everybody that I work with, so this is super cool, because like my boss flew out like the entire team. So there's like 10 of us, and everybody's super cool. Like, we're all hitting it off. It's great. And just, oh my god, I gotta show you cigarettes. I don't smoke. Like, I don't smoke cigarettes. I just don't. I haven't done it in years. These are fucking. So these are special cigarettes that are only for the Chinese government, and like high-ranking generals in the Chinese army. But they have like a filter, and you pop it, and it's got like this super crazy wine in there, and it gets you high, like head buzz, like 2 puffs. I'm just like, oh my god, like what? Like,
well, that could be because you're not used to cigarettes. The first hit.
no. Everybody else was like that too. No, like, these are like,
really?
like these are well, the guy that was running the wood factory, like, he does stuff for the Chinese government, and so he had him, and he was just like, yeah, take him. But they're and everybody's so nice that we met, like, and well, not everybody, but the people that all our business partners at Hero Time are so nice. Like you can tell, like Hirsch completely vetted them. Like they're just, oh my gosh, it's just the most eye-opening trip. Just an entire different world. Like I've been going out of my way to just eat different food every single meal, and I've probably tried like 100 different foods that I've never had in my entire life. And like I'm really like explorative when it comes to eating. And it's just, oh yeah, yeah. And it just,
What's the
I
best
couldn't
thing you've had?
imagine. Um, the best thing I've had was last night. Might have been the best food I've ever had in my life. It was this spicy duck soup, and I'm not a big duck fan. I had duck tongue last night, which was really good. I hate radishes. Like last night, I was telling them it was the best meal.
radishes that been
There's different types of radishes.
No, what I'm
There's,
saying is, like last night, because in Asia they do like the family style eating where there's like this big circular thing in the middle and you just spin it and the food just goes around and then everybody has chopsticks and they're just like dee, 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 and they pick out what they want as they get it. And there was like 4 foods that I just don't like. Like legitimately, I don't like them. I've tried them, tons of times, and I was like, oh my god, this is fantastic. And we're eating on a boat. So the guy that runs the wood factory took us to this boat, and they actually grow the fish in the boat. So they got like this huge net in the middle of the restaurant, and it's just filled with like hundreds of these fish. And they feed him and they feed him and they feed him, so they just get super duper plump and juicy. And then when they just pull them up and like, oh, here's your fish, we're gonna cook it for you. And it was so cool. And then we had to leave dinner a little bit early because the dam, they opened the dam and like everything was like, oh yeah, this is just gonna flood. Like the bathroom, I went in and went to the bathroom, and then like 20 minutes later, there were 3 inches of water in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Just like
What?
the weirdest, yeah, like just the weirdest stuff. And it's like all like natural. They're like, oh yeah, we gotta go. They open the dam. It's like, oh, okay. just culture shock everywhere. And the most fun part for me was I came early. So I came 2.5 days early just to go shopping. And I had to figure out everything myself, which was so freaking hard, but like so incredibly satisfying at the same time. And now I don't. It's way easier, but oh yeah. It's just been a whirlwind. Just I could live here. It's like the American media just does, like they make it look like it's so shitty and just bad. It's at least what I've seen, and I've seen like obviously now I'm hanging out with like people who run factories and whatnot. But when I was in Yiwu by myself, like I walked around this. Oh, I feel so safe. Like I was walking around Shanghai, which is like one of the biggest cities in the world at like 11, 12, 1 in the morning, just because I was so jet lagged and wasn't tired at all because it's like 1 in the afternoon in my brain. And I'm walking in like these pitch dark spots. Like I didn't see hardly any homeless people. Like I've had like one person beg, like panhandle, like the entire time I've been here. Most of the people are like super nice. Like just had people like if they speak English and you look confused, I've had like 5 or 6 people just come up and like offer help. And like me being American, like the first few I was like, oh yeah, just go that way. Oh, yeah, I'll go. I'll go after you leave, kind of thing. But like, no, they're like just. He's like, no. There's just a lot of them, especially if they know English, who like to help and stuff, and just the cultural thing, and just learning so much about the culture. And dude, I would recommend anyone to visit China. Like the tickets are expensive, flight takes forever. But once you get here, it's so cheap. Like everything is just so cheap if you're from America, at least, because it's just the currency difference.
So
So you're in Shanghai?
No, right now I'm at the Yunman Ruijin Resort Hotel, which I don't actually know what it is. But yeah, we were here. I'll show you the view from the balcony. Which yesterday was like, I thought it was the most gorgeous view of my life. And then
That's cool.
today just like one upped it.
Yeah.
Like
that's
I
pretty good.
woke, yeah, I woke up this morning and went swimming in like this infinity pool and like, oh my God, I did my own laundry and their washing machines. I felt like I was running a freaking spacecraft. Like there's so many buttons, nozzle. Like I was like talking to Jeffrey about it. He's like, oh yeah. They're super fancy so they can raise the charges. But I'll tell you what, if you go to China, anybody watch this, you go to China, number one piece of advice is download Chat GPT. Like it is a lifesaver because you can get like translator apps and stuff and they're helpful. But like Chat GPT, like I'd just be like, how do I work this damn thing? And it'll be like, oh well, here, try this. And then if this doesn't work, try this. And if this doesn't work, get a picture of this and we'll try that. And it makes everything easier. Boy, I just gush. I just want to just such a cool trip so far. And today I'm going to a factory to see how meeples are made. So hopefully that video will not get all jacked up. But yeah, I was telling them before you got on, like I went to the factory where they make Jenga pieces. I took a tour of Hope Games. And so I was watching them make like Monopoly and what is it? Clue. I think I saw maybe the Earth expansion there. I don't know. I couldn't tell. I haven't played Earth.
Are those
like,
legit? Like legit real copies?
Oh yeah, Hope
official?
Games is. Yeah, Hope Games
Yeah.
is the.
Oh, okay.
Hope Games is one of the good ones. There's some bad ones, like Long Pack, for instance. I've heard is not the best, but some of them. And yeah, actually, I'm going to do a video in the Yiwu shopping center, and I'm going to look at a whole boatload of counterfeit games or games that maybe aren't counterfeit, but they were like, oh, we want a 50,000 print run, and they make a 70,000 print run kind of thing. Like,
oh, so that's all being sold there? That's all being sold there?
I haven't been there. Like, if you Google the Yiwu shopping center, it's okay. I'll give you just an example of how massive it is. I went through the stationery section, right? Pens, pencils, paper, right? It's if you wanted to see every single booth, it would probably take you an hour walking. Like there are, I think, 40,000 different retailers in there. Like some of their booths are like the size of like a half bathroom. Yeah.
40 He's just talking about the stationery section.
I'm just talking about for stationery.
Oh, I see.
That's just the stationery section. Like the sock section, I got lost in it. I legitimately got lost for about 30 minutes in the sock section and could not find my way out. And I had to just like walk to the nearest exit, go out the building, and go to a different entrance. And it's 5 floors. Each floor is just this massive rat maze of just every product you could possibly conceivably imagine. There was a store that was legitimately just poppers. You know, like the poppers you do, like, oh, hey, I'm going to boom, pop the poppers. Entire store of nothing but poppers. There was an entire hammock store. There was this. And then like in Yiwu too, like that's their entire economy is like building stuff. So the first night I got there, I'm just walking around at light, like late night, like 10, 11, 12 o'clock. And there's just these markets, just these pop-up markets. I saw 3 of them just randomly walking around. Like it's just so different.
Have you been to a night market? Like food?
I went, yeah, I walked through 3 of them. Apparently though, I did not go to the big one, which is we're gonna go hopefully tonight or tomorrow night. We got a 5-hour drive back to Yiwu tonight after we go to the Meeple factory. And then we're gonna be at the Hero Time factory.
So it's just a factory that makes meeples?
Well, one
of the things they make.
The dude that we went to a woodworking factory yesterday, the guy who took us out to dinner and put us up in the resort, and he makes like Jenga pieces and he makes the puzzles, you know, like those little puzzle things where you got to make them, you move the wood around, you have to put it together, like brain puzzle, teaser puzzles. He sells like 4 million of those a year or something crazy like that. And so he also has. And so meeples are nothing to him. Like he only does meeples because he likes my boss. Like he's like, oh yeah, he hates our orders because it's like you got to realize you're getting a 4 million. Like if you're doing Jenga pieces and then some Joe Schmo on Kickstarter is like, yeah, I want 500 meeples for my game. You think that guy really gives a shit about that order? No. So he does have it's in its own separate little factory. But the guy that owned the wood, oh my god, the guy was so nice, and he was a Chinese boss. He was the one that gave me these super fancy cigarettes. But we walked into his office, and it was just like it was like he had a desk that was it was made out of like it had to have been like a 1,000-pound desk made out of wood because it's a woodworking factory. Obviously, he's got to have the most impressive looking wooden desk. He had like this huge massage chair set up so he could see the mountains and look out there. And he gave us like some tea that's only available like once a year from the top of this mountain, and he has to go up there and we drank out of like these Ming Dynasty teacups or something, and it was like he's like, don't. She's like, whatever you do for us, do not break these teacups. It's like, oh, okay, like, okay, no pressure.
They should have never gave them to you.
What wait, okay. So these guys are like capitalists? I mean, they've got to be part of the Communist Party, right?
Well, yeah, but
I mean,
China is an extremely capitalist communist society.
Oh yeah,
yes, it is.
Like I said.
Okay.
Yeah,
Aside from not speaking English and all the language different, like Shanghai just feels like a really, really, really nice American city. Like, oh my god, Shanghai.
Yes.
Dude.
So China's like Kickstarter. They don't really care what you're doing as long as they get their cut.
yeah.
I guess. I keep waiting to see like the deep, seedy underbelly. Like literally when I'm just walking the streets, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep like I feel safe. I'm just gonna keep walking further away from the city center. And it didn't come. Like it didn't a lot of spas. A lot of that though. A lot of those spas where it's like, hey, you're open at 11:30 at night, and there's a very pretty lady trying to get me to come in. Like a lot of hair cutting.
do they have like host clubs and stuff, like hostess clubs?
What's a hostess club?
You watch Tokyo Vice. So basically, I don't know. In Tokyo Vice, it's basically these high-end clubs that with women that they invite you in and like pay attention to you, and you buy them drinks.
Sort of like a
I don't
You're
know.
hostess
yeah.
for the night, that kind of thing.
I imagine
I'm
so.
just curious.
Not really.
I'm guessing that exists there too. Yeah.
Oh no, I got myself. Oh my gosh, I've never had a massage done in my life. Well, I've gotten like I dated a woman who was a masseuse, but when you get a massage from someone you're dating, it normally doesn't end with a massage. But I got this like 7-year-old Asian guy just bent me like a pretzel, and I got like I got
Cupped.
Oh, you did the cup thing.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! And the 7-year-old man, like this old man, was just giggling at me nonstop. Cause like, oh,
What?
oh my gosh!
Wow.
But yeah, the massage itself was an hour, and it cost me $15 US. Like,
wow.
crazy. Yeah, just everything is just. Don't swim in the lakes though. Like even at this gorgeous place, like I was swimming in the pool, and then I actually looked in like the lake, and it's just nothing but trash everywhere. Like, and he's like
how's the air quality there?
I haven't noticed a difference. I don't see. You see, like I would say
you're not in Shanghai anymore, are you?
No. Right now we're somewhere else. I don't know. Right now, I would say I see probably 5% of the people wearing masks when I go out. Like it's not many.
Fascinating. Are you vlogging and stuff?
Man. What?
I'm curious, but I don't want to go.
Dude, you would love it. You would love it, man. It's just
me either.
You brought a guide. You'd probably want to bring a guide. Or ChatGPT, man. ChatGPT makes it fun. And you feel like such a sense of accomplishment.
But how do you so you got your internet package and stuff?
Yeah, so you got to get a VPN, and then I actually
because they're spying on you the whole time, right?
Yeah,
you got it's right there.
Really,
because you're the Great Firewall.
America too. They're spying on me wherever I go.
Yeah,
but I also have like I got this little Wi-Fi power brick that I take to Origins and Gen Con and use, and they had like a mainland China pack, and it's worked spectacular. And we've driven we've driven all over China. Like we've been in the van for 3, 4, 5 hours a day. Most of the days going from place to place, from the woodworking factory to the plastic factory to
How
all the different
many?
places.
How many are in your group that's going everywhere?
They heard Spy and cut him off.
Yeah, I was just gonna
count.
say.
I know.
I
He's
killed him
done.
with. I
done.
finally
I
asked
triggered the
question,
keywords.
and I killed him.
The keywords have been triggered.
We'll never see Forrest again.
Well, it was nice knowing Forrest. We knew him.
Condolences to his wife.
I mean, it does sound interesting. I'm not saying it's not. Obviously, it's.
There's certain countries I don't want to
He's-
go anywhere near.
I mean,
That's one of
there's
them.
there's a veneer of China, right? Like you get to see this amazing part
Yeah.
of it, but I think there's a lot of bad
Well,
stuff.
and
You get to see what they want you to see.
I mean,
yeah,
you know,
thank
yeah.
you,
the
Anthony.
ethnic
Thank
cleansing
you.
part of it is not.
You get to see what they want you to see.
That is
Yeah.
exactly correct. You
That
will.
that's why when you go to resorts, they pick you up at the airport and take you to the resort
Directly.
and don't take you anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right,
Hey, he's
guys.
back.
I do think I have to go though. I either have to check out in 21 minutes or an hour and 21 minutes. And if it's 21 minutes, I'm totally screwed. So
Well, no, then you should go. But I was just wondering. I
Yeah.
mean, how
I
big is
mean,
your group?
if it's
I
so
mean,
cheap, just get another day.
yeah.
well, we have plans.
Schedule.
Like we're going
Yeah.
to the
I know.
factory. Oh,
I'm just
8
messing
of
with
us and then the bus driver, I think. Yeah, 8 of us.
8 of you.
Are you the only
Hero Time has 8
American, or-
employees.
No, there's more than 8. Like Pablo didn't come. Nobody that actually works in the factory that came. They're in China still. There's a lot.
Cool.
Are you the
But
only American or what?
Oh yeah, and I am. Apparently, I found out that I am American as fuck from like quite a few people, just like random people in
You didn't
China.
know
And I was
that?
like, I thought maybe it'd be like, maybe I'm European, maybe I'm Canadian. Maybe
No,
I'm
you're not
North
European or Canadian.
Well, you could say you're
Ross.
Canadian.
No, that ain't no.
I think
I'm
it's
American.
the long
I
hair
can see
too.
that.
Like I've only seen like 2 other dudes in this country with long hair. Like no baloney. Probably because it's so hot. But I got to go.
What's the temperature?
Very very warm, but humid. It's been humid the whole time.
Human,
All right, I gotta go though.
All right.
All right, brother.
Okay.
Well, get home safe.
That's the goal.
Have a
Bye
good
bye.
trip.
Thanks for checking in. Yes, but like Anthony was saying, I mean, it's just like if you don't get to see like the shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not.
When my brother did Peace Corps in China, he sent me pictures, and he was in villages and that were basically factory villages, and the whole place was just a big giant polluted mess. I mean, maybe it's changed, since he was there.
I
but,
doubt
mean,
it.
So, Aldi, there are places like in the Caribbean that the resorts buy land from the government so they can put things on it so you can't see it from the road. Like
Sure.
they'll buy like the first 20 yards and just put like fences up. So when their shuttles pick you up from the airport and you drive through the really crappy parts of those places, you don't see those crappy places.
Royal Caribbean owns a couple ports at the the stops in like Jamaica
And they'll pay the
Haiti
government to make their own roads
Yeah.
to go through where they want it the trip to go through.
yeah.
Because I will tell you,
sanitized.
Aruba is beautiful for the resorts. And that's the extent of the beauty of Aruba.
Yeah.
What about Jamaica?
What about
Do
Jamaica?
I want to take you to
Yeah,
Bermuda?
well, Jamaica's kind of mixed.
Yeah.
Like
Come on, pretty
Dominican Republic is kind of mixed.
Key Largo? Montego? Baby, why don't we go?
But what about Kokomo?
Hey,
Nobody likes
I got a
Kokomo.
plan though. We'll get there fast.
Okay.
We'll take it slow.
But then take it slow.
They just had a documentary on them guys. I think it was on Hulu.
Oh man.
So Hulu started a new show today. I didn't watch the first episode because I'd like those things build up, and plus I want to watch it with my wife. But um, uh, Scott Turow or David Turow, which one? Turow is the guy's last name. Great author. He writes a lot of courtroom drama books. And there was a really fantastic movie starring Harrison Ford in like 1988 or 89, might have been 90, I don't know, called Presumed Innocent, based on one of his most famous books.
Yeah,
But
it's amazing.
Hulu's doing
Amazing movie.
Hulu's doing like a 10 episode
Oh, another
TV
version of
series
it.
on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it just, or is it another version of it?
Yeah, I mean, I watched the trailer for it. It seems. I mean, I'm not going to say anything.
I'm
because
hoping they
there's-
do a twist though, so you can't. It's not just obvious.
Well, but it's so
stories.
old, and that movie is so old.
I
that
know,
the
but
number of people,
for me,
how many people are
it's
going to
like just
know
as
what the
yesterday.
twist is,
Like,
right?
I mean, I remember it very clearly.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the finale. I remember all of it. Like it's
Right.
clear as
And-
day in my
and-
mind.
Yeah, and I read the book before the movie.
I
and
mean, I'm
was
sure
like,
it'll be fine. I'll probably watch it.
Yeah.
I like the movie. I still watch it even though I know the ending.
Oh, it's the guy, the actor that plays his friend, that's the cop. It's like just perfect casting for that guy. It's just
Yeah.
like, she was bad news. Just like he was just absolutely Rusty. The Rusty Stavich is the I don't wonder if that's a weird name for the lead character. There was a book after that was called Guilty that was actually about the same characters. And then there's another one called like The Final Trial or The Final Verdict or whatever. And then it's all about, because remember his in the movie, Raul Julia plays his attorney.
Yeah.
And I forget what that character's name is. Sandy. This is Sandy something. But it is that's a really good book too. If you want to read a good book, it's that lawyer who comes out of retirement at like 82 to do one last trial. It's called The Last Trial, and it's a really good book. If you want to audible it or read it or whatever, highly recommend it. Scott Turow is a really good writer. So anyway, there you go. Gonna just throw that out.
So I got my doctor's results test back.
Yeah, you told me, but I won't.
Well, I wasn't gonna tell anybody unless it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did a stress test last week. I don't know if any of you guys have done
That's
one.
right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
I've
I've
done
done.
them.
You've done. Oh, you are
Treadmills.
done. Oh, okay.
A
Cool.
lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it was not fun.
No, they
I don't
never are,
recommend it.
Scott.
What's
Neither
that?
do I. They never are.
Yeah, it was not fun.
Do the
Mostly
treadmill
because
or the bike?
treadmill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, treadmill with like 92 wires. So
Yeah.
shaved a bunch of my chest and all the.
Let me ask you a question, Scott. Before you started doing it,
Yeah.
did you think it was going to be as hard as it was?
No, I thought it would be hard.
Like
I wasn't sure, and because when they explained it to me, they were like, it's going to start out easy, and then it'll get harder every 3 minutes or something like that. Is what they said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you don't.
But I didn't realize. I didn't realize they were
how
like,
quickly
don't
it gets
run.
hard.
Yeah.
No,
The
and
first
as soon as
6 minutes are
it started
extremely
hits this
fast.
mile. I don't know how many miles an hour it was, but like, I'm like, you're sure I'm not supposed to run? Because I felt like I couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
Like I was
Yeah,
going faster than
yeah.
I could walk. But everything was good, so I got a clean report. Normal report. I won't say clean. My blood pressure was
Normal.
still high, but I think that
Yeah.
was mostly because of my nerves. As soon as
That
it was
could
over,
be.
they took my blood pressure and was normal, so
Yeah.
something related to that.
Well, that's
Well,
good.
But that was one more thing to check off the list, I guess, to not worry about.
Yeah. That's good.
So, Scott, I'm going to go back like 16 years ago. I was home. My ex-wife, who was my wife at the time, had to go help her parents with something. Because English wasn't their first language. So they had to go and take care of something. So she was going to go and help them. And I said, why don't you just go tonight? This way you don't have to worry about getting up super early to drive to your parents. So she left. I got my kids. So my twins are at a time like 6 or 7. And my youngest is 1. So she goes and she's at her parents' house, get the kids to sleep. And all of a sudden I started getting chest pains. And it was bad.
Yeah.
And I started freaking out more so that something was going to happen to me and my kids were going to find me. So I reluctantly called my ex-wife and I was like, I don't want to scare you, but I got this feeling in like the middle of my chest.
Yeah.
And I'm like in a cold sweat. And actually I have no pain in my arms or anything, but like
Something's weird.
something's going on. I need you to come home. So she's like, okay. I said, and then she called an ambulance while on her way home. So the
Good.
ambulance shows up. They take me in the ambulance. I go to the hospital. They hook me up to all the machines, blah, blah, blah. My EKG, no, they can't see anything on it. Abnormal. So they schedule me. I go for a full body scan, like CAT scan. I'm in the freaking tube. They did an angioplasty,
Yeah.
no angiogram or whatever.
Angiogram, not a plastic.
They like
Yeah.
knocked me out and they stuck
I know what you meant. This thing up your thigh, yeah.
thing in my groin and ran the camera, everything. Back
I've had all
follow-up,
that, yeah.
stress tests, all that stuff. Can't find anything wrong with me. So I've had it happen like several times since then. And you know what it is?
Stress.
It's gas.
Gas? Okay, yeah, that was my
So
second guess.
sometimes I'll eat something and like
It'll stick on you.
Indigestion.
I'll get indigestion to the point, and now I know when it's coming because I could feel it. But like my like stomach gets like hard as a rock when it happens. Like I'm just one, and I can't like belch or anything to get rid of it. I have to like take an antacid to get rid of it. But like my stomach gets so swollen that I can feel it in my back.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I got a call.
So
Okay.
All right.
so yeah, went through all that and they couldn't figure out that that's it was nothing to do with my heart. But
Well, at least
Well,
they
I've
know
told
that.
my cool story about that was I was at work, sitting there at my desk and doing my real time monitoring at US Bank, and all of a sudden I just started feeling like, oh my God, what is wrong with my chest? It hurt, and I was sitting there and it just kept getting worse and worse. And I was like 39 or 40, and I was like, oh, I said, I'll get up, I'll go drink a glass of water, just go outside, get some fresh air, just let it go away. And I remember I went and did that. It just kept on getting worse and worse and worse. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, what's going on? And I was just, so I told I said, I'm going to go to the walk-in, I'm going to see what's going on. And, you go on the walk-in and there's that like crowd of like 100 people in there, saying my arm feels funny, and they're waiting for somebody to like, and I walk in and they're like, okay, why do you want to see a doctor today? And I said, well, I don't want to scare anybody. I said, but I'm having some chest pains and I'm just worried that, it's weird. I've never felt like this before. It really, 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 really hurts really bad. And I was like, okay, just, do you need to sit down or can you stand? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And I was like, just a second. And they're like, bing, doctor right there. Like 5 seconds. Yeah. Didn't have to wait for anybody. He was like, okay, hey, any of your parents, probably your grandparents still alive? I said, well, I said one of them. Okay, what did your other grandparents die of? Cancer, and 2 of them died of heart failure. And he's like, okay, how old were they? I was like, one was 90, the other one was 88. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that. He said, he was just like, but your parents still around? Yeah, they're fine. He's like, any problems with their hearts? No, nothing. It's like, okay, let's get you back here. And then like, and then they did an EKG and a couple other things. And then by then the pain had lessened a little bit. And then this doctor came, my doctor, he was actually at the hospital and they actually, like they called him down. He was like, what's going on? And she was really nice. She was Canadian and she always a joke. She said, well, Hillary Clinton brought me here. Because that was when there was some initiative to bring more doctors into the United States and pay them a lot of money or something. Like it was like part of the Hillary Clinton health plan when Bill Clinton was president. And so that's why she left Canada to come down. Yeah. And she started sitting there and she was just like, okay. And she started like messing around and she just figured out that somehow, and I don't know how it was. It was like, it could have been just from playing softball or doing work, like doing stuff at the lake, like bringing in a dock or whatever. Who knows what it was? But I had ripped two of my ribs out of the cartilage of
Ouch.
my sternum.
Ouch.
And I was
Yeah,
just
that
like,
hurts.
and I was just like, huh. And I was like, well, why did it start hurting so late? And she's like, who knows? And then I was like, well, it really, really hurts. And she's like, yeah, it'll be fine eventually. And I was like, but it really hurts. So how do I get it to not hurt? She's like, well, you're gonna need to stop breathing. And then she laughed and she said, no, I'm gonna give you some really good medication.
Yeah, that what you call that knocked like Kirk Gibson out of half a year of baseball.
I
Yeah.
remember
Swinging the bat, and he tore
Tore
like 5 of his ribs
Yeah.
out of the cartilage.
yeah, and I just remember she gave me, I don't know what was in the pills. This is when you could give things that had "ene" at the end of them instead of just, but
It was fun stuff.
yeah, she gave me, and I remember I took one, and I mean I remember I called in. They said, yeah, they said I should take it easy for a couple of days, and so let me not go back to work. And I remember I took that first pill, and it was just like, man, that's what real, like, that's not Tylenol. It's just like,
Oh, yeah,
it literally was like, I'll drink this, and like it was like 5 minutes later, it was like, ooh.
I hurt when I worked at the hospital many years ago. I hurt my back. I was doing something and I just turned the wrong way in my back. So they said, go down to the emergency room, just get checked. So I said, I don't want to bother the emergency room. Let's go down. So I went down and they're like, yeah, you did something to your back. He goes, we're going to give you some Flexeril. Don't take it till you get home.
Oh yeah, Flexerils. Yeah.
And I was like, every time someone told me you can't take it, you're going to get drowned. It never happened.
It's a muscle relaxer. It's a little different.
I took it and I went back to work and was sound asleep on my desk within half an hour.
Yeah.
My boss came in and just taps me on the shoulder and goes, Anthony, where are your car keys? I'm like, they're in my pocket. And she's like, well, I'm not going to get them out. John, take Anthony home.
Yeah, no, I mean that's just no. It gets a little scary when you get older, right? You start like, you just don't bounce back from this shit as quickly as you used to. So,
Can you all hear that?
what?
Hear what?
No, never mind. I'm down in the basement, and like my dog is running around upstairs over my head.
Oh, you hear the paws on the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything okay, bud?
Yeah, it was Michelle.
Oh, well,
Tonight was
told
her
us that it
opening
was-
night for that show she does every year.
Why aren't you there, Scott? Why are you here with us,
Yeah,
I
douchebags?
went there last night.
I've
So
done
you said tonight
enough.
was the opening night, though.
Yeah, but I went to the dress rehearsal and took photos.
Oh, that's enough. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Does she
I've
sing
done
and
enough.
I don't
dance?
need to
Or...
go any. I used to go all the nights, but now I'm like, it's 20 years,
Oh, really? She's been doing it that long? Wow.
like 24 years. She was
Oh, wow, that's cool.
she was in it when I first met her.
Does she sing and dance, or just dance, or just sing, or?
It's various things, but yeah, mostly acting.
Okay.
She's not really a singer.
I really didn't see her as a
She'll sing in
performer.
the backup and stuff. But
Yeah.
she doesn't have a lot to do this year. It's pretty light as
Yeah.
far as her commitment goes. Like everybody who's in the show does the opening and the closing, and then she has one other thing, which is not a lot. That's not a
No.
lot of. I mean, there's some people in there that are in like every other number, and I'm like, what? I don't know how it gets distributed, honestly. It's always confusing to me. I think I would probably not continue if I was not utilized as much. Like, it's a lot of work for just one thing.
Yeah, but there's
But, you know,
more
she has
behind the
fun.
scenes with that. It's politics.
She
and
likes
shit
it.
too.
It's a
Yeah.
camaraderie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of it, but there's a lot of sitting around doing nothing for hours and hours and hours while you're waiting for your one thing, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
seems a lot of time for I mean, I think there's like 40 or 50 people in the cast, and there's like It's an hour and a half
Wow.
show. It's 90
Pretty good
minutes.
cast.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
things. And to be in only really one, well, it's three things. You're in the opening and the closing, which is everybody's in it. So that's 3 minutes of 4 minutes of time, and then another 2 to 3 minutes. Like that's a lot of time for one bit. I wish she had more. But
Maybe next year, Scott.
she's one of the most senior people there. It's 20 something years now. It's crazy. Well,
Yeah.
Dallas is going down 3-0.
All right, Dave.
Going
They're
through.
not going to win a single game.
Well,
I don't think
you
they are
the
now. I think they
the
got their
biggest
back
flopper
broken.
whiner. You get what you deserve.
What?
Luka Doncic, big flopper whiner. You get what you deserve. Your star point guard, whatever.
What do you mean he gets what he deserves?
Well, because he's just the biggest crybaby /
Oh, I think he has a
flopper.
point though.
What?
I mean, so here's the thing.
What's his point?
10 years ago, he'd get called the foul on everything he did. And now he doesn't get hardly any fouls called for him. Like, it's weird. Like, how could the guy goes to the whatever? I mean, I don't care really. It's just it is.
No,
what it is.
I'm
NBA,
serious. I did not see. What was his point? What was it?
he gets fouled a lot, and they don't call it.
I don't know.
They were very not calling much fouls this year. You know, his game is not. You know, well,
But I mean, you just go to YouTube, like look at Luka Doncic flops, and then you'll see him like he'll like run into a guy, and then he flies backwards
one
like
time.
8 feet.
Oh,
No, not
whatever.
one
Oh,
time.
Maybe
the
once.
actor.
Whatever.
He's
a great player.
The link where it's like there's like it's like a good solid 3 minutes of him just like
Okay.
and then him like flying like the Hulk freaking uppercutted him or something.
Mm-mm.
He's
Well, he doesn't deserve the win then because he flopped.
no, he's a big crybaby.
He's actually a neighbor. I
Oh,
looked him up.
Oh,
Yeah, he's pretty close by.
Next door, you mow his lawn.
No,
Is
not
that
next
right?
door.
You
Scott's
should invite him
got
over.
that stalker
Coffee.
on.
Yeah,
He's
you
within a
invite him
couple,
over.
within a mile. What's that?
Oh, that's not that.
Invite him over for coffee.
He's within a mile.
Why are you doxing him? Jeez,
Yeah, Scott.
you are.
It's called
So
stalking.
there's this group on Facebook, and by the way, the inundation of groups without asking for it on Facebook is super annoying. I'm way on Facebook less now because of the way it works. I don't know if you guys have noticed that.
This group
Like
is
it's
recommended people?
injecting endless amounts of groups, and I'm like, because that's what it is now. I'm
I
not
would take
interested
those.
anymore. And so one of the groups was real estate for NBA stars. Like it's like this very specific group of like, and it says Luka Doncic his home, and like I'm like, oh, okay, I'm curious. I click on it. I'm like, I know that road. Right. So I Google the what I can Google, and I'm not going to tell you what I did, but there's ways to find out where people live and what their houses are.
Yes, there are. Scott. My
And then
wife
I found
actually
out where he
cyber
lives.
stalked
It's
your
near-
house.
It's pretty close. Not that I care. I mean, it's just he is nearby.
Hey, I used to have a lot
For as
of
long as he stays here. I mean, he'll be gone, I think, as soon as he gets a
New contract.
What's
yeah.
up?
New
I used to have
contract.
the addresses for most of the employees of a particular New York sports team.
Did
Oh,
it?
okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't wanna
That's
know.
interesting, Robert.
Home
I get-
addresses and
so if I
contact phone
scroll on
numbers.
Facebook, it's
Ugh.
endless groups. It's endless groups. Like I didn't know there were this many groups on Facebook.
Oh, there's tons.
For the
There-
like
there-
and,
there's
and I
hundreds of
and I
groups
basically
for
for
different
just
things.
everything. What?
There's hundreds of groups for the same thing. that
There's
you wouldn't
thousands of
think
groups
there
for
were.
the same. I think it's
Yeah.
thousands because
The
I think
things
there's
you
no.
wouldn't think would have that many groups.
And I'm also like, how did they get thousands of people for this group? Right? Like
lies,
for-
cheating.
for some reason, I'm getting injected with recipes now,
Recipes?
like chili recipe. Okay, interesting. Close it. 2 days later, I get a cake recipe. 2 days later, I
you're
get a
gonna
cookie
keep
recipe.
getting them.
I mean, and they're just basically endless groups, and they're all different groups, by the way. So I'm guessing there's just some kind of algorithmic, and they're nonsense recipes. It's like what I don't care. What
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
you
not
get
interested in
that,
this.
and then if you'll get like if you're a fan of a particular team, you'll
Yeah.
get all of these quote unquote news stories, breaking news
Yeah,
stories
and I
that are
and I
all
and I'm just like, okay,
hot
I think my
news.
time with Facebook is coming to an end.
Maybe. Yeah.
Anyway, it sucks because I really do like Facebook. I mean, I've been on there for like 15 fucking years.
Yeah.
So Scott, is your blood pressure just a little high?
Is it a little high?
As you said, your blood
Well,
pressure.
I mean, I get mad about these things, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I meant no
I'm normal now, though.
from your doctor's thing.
I don't know about normal, Scott.
So it was a little high when I was before the
But
thing.
normally it's
It was
not,
high.
right? It was just
So here's the weird thing. Every time I go to the doctor, it's high.
Yeah, you're worried
I
about
take
the
my blood
results.
pressure twice a day. It's
Yeah.
always normal.
Yeah, you're worried about what's
So
going on.
I
in
think
the
I am
body.
I just
Yeah.
have problems when I go to the
so
doctor.
here's the funny thing. I have no idea what my normal blood pressure is supposed to be.
Oh, really?
Well, here's the
120
I mean, I
over
can
80.
tell you what a normal blood pressure is supposed to be if you
well,
want to know.
no, what my normal blood
Oh,
pressure
what
is.
your normal is. Yeah.
Because here's the thing. My blood pressure is always perfect. Every time I go to the doctor,
Hey, he wasn't thrown out.
No.
every time I go and something, I went and had dental work done and they took my blood pressure before. And they're like, oh, blood pressure is perfect. My mother
Yeah.
has chronically low blood pressure.
Yeah.
So I always joke around that I probably should have high blood pressure,
To
but I
offset
probably
it.
have my mother's low blood pressure and
It evens it out.
it evens it out.
Yeah.
Because they're always amazed. I love nurses. Like, especially when I was heavier, I'd go, they'd look at me and they're like, oh, I think your blood pressure. And they're like, oh, your blood pressure is perfect. Like you saw this big fat pig and you thought, I was going to be way off the charts or something.
Yeah. Mine's always swung. They had issues with that, but they went high depending on my stress. But I was always rushed or low, so they put me on shit that evened me out for a while.
Yeah, my blood pressure's always been perfect. Every time I go, no, blood pressure's
That's
perfect.
a good thing.
Yeah.
So what's going down, Forrest?
Oh, it was
Trip
an
canceled?
hour and 21 minutes instead of 21 minutes.
Oh, so you had an extra hour.
I was able to take a shower. Well, I was going to go get my laundry, but I totally screwed it up because the washing machine was just a freaking rocket ship. And so my clothes are still soaking wet. And we're going to meet up at noon at the to check out. So I got time. Hang out, get some work done.
Cool. So, well, Andy could do his initials, and Forrest could be involved.
Oh, I can lose in a
Is
different
Matt coming
continent.
in?
Yeah.
I
Nice.
saw Matt in the chat.
I don't think Forrest has enough time though. He's got to pack.
No. I packed. I didn't unpack much. Like I said, we just got here late last night, and so I didn't unpack much.
It's your washing machine. There's the washing machine in the room.
No. There's a washing machine on the fifth floor, and dude, it's got so many nozzles and dials and buttons, and just it was absurd. And then it locked, and I couldn't get it open. Like I was banging on the damn thing, and I was trying to get Chat GPT to help figure it out. And I actually had to unplug the damn thing and then apparently it didn't do its spin cycle, so everything was just soaking wet. So when I took it out, it was just water all over the damn floor, and now the clothes are super wet. But I had a learning experience.
All right.
Sounds like a fun day.
Are we gonna see if
Oh,
Matt's
and my
coming in?
boss was like, "Why didn't you just ask them to wash your clothes?" And I was like, "Oh, that's the thing." And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh."
Didn't
Well,
even think of it.
he's like,
I would be the same
we're at
way, Forrest.
He's like, we're at a 4.5-star resort for us. Yeah, they'll do it for you. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm not used to that.
Yes, Matt.
I'm the same way, Forrest. That would have never entered my mind.
Nope.
Wow.
Yeah, they were giving me weird looks.
No,
Yeah, let's get to some... Oh, I get lots of weird looks.
You
Lots
get
of
weird
giggles.
looks at home. What do you-
I'm weird on any continent.
Hey, Matt.
Match you.
Okay.
Ew.
Congratulations on the nomination of the game.
Oh,
That
Yeah, that's
I-
awesome,
you know, I
man.
was gonna try to come up with something like to be me about it, like, and make fun of you. I don't know how, but then I was like, you know what? good for you, man. I'm proud. Hey, I hope you take a moment to be proud of the effort you put in.
When did that game actually come out in the States? Wasn't it like a couple
21?
years ago? 21. So it's been a few years before it gets a
I don't.
Well, sorry, no. The work we were doing on it was in 21, so I guess 22.
Oh, okay.
I don't hope you take pride in it. I hope you fucking win. I hope you crush it. I hope you. Do you get
It's a
any
stiff
like
competition.
Well,
Matt
but
Leacock.
you.
Oh yeah.
I imagine that'd be a
It's-
huge feather in your
it's-
cap that you could
it's
be
an
like,
honor to be
yeah, one of our
nominated.
games won. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it's an honor to be nominated.
Yeah.
But still, like the potential to win, like that adds to your marketing potential
Oh,
so
yeah.
much. I
Sure,
would
yeah.
imagine,
Yeah,
right?
you
Like
put it
it's
on your resume.
amazing.
I'm
Yeah,
working
no
with Matt
joke.
Leacock on a game right now, and we're like,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome, dude! Congrats.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Matt's great.
he's
Yes,
nominated
I had a
twice.
really-
What's
Yeah,
he for the
he's
second one?
he's nominated for 2 games in one category.
Oh really? I didn't realize.
Yeah.
I glanced
Oh my
over.
gosh.
I don't know who made what.
It's a tough.
You
It's a
got the
tough
golden
competition.
touch.
I mean,
the golden touch.
I can't predict that one.
I interviewed
It's,
him the first
uh,
year I went to Gen Con, and it was so awkward. I was so
Whoa.
nerding out on him. I was such a
Yeah.
fanboy. It was such an awkward, uncomfortable interview.
He's super nice. He's really,
Oh, he is. He put up with it, but I was the problem. Yeah, this is super
At,
You a
in
problem
Niagara this year. We spent a lot of time together, and I happened to sit beside him out for dinner one night, and we just chatted up a storm. He's like such a great dude.
nice.
So I first met him.
Remember
in
when you
2000.
did Pandemic? That was awesome.
So
Do
He
you
was-
remember when you did Forbidden Island?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was
And
awesome.
then,
well,
then
do you
did-
remember when you did Lunatic's Loop? Ask me about that one. Because that was his
Lunatic's
first
Loop?
game. Well, I don't know if it was his first game, but he had a booth at Essen and was selling the game.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh really?
Self-published.
Where's he from? He's from the United States, right?
Yeah, he's from Bay
California,
Area.
I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's from California.
He's from where?
Bay Area.
Ali.
Oh. That's a long way to sell a game.
Well, it's the biggest fair. in
Well,
the
yeah, it was
world.
one of the. I'm like, I couldn't believe there was an English speaker there. Like, it was like, what? Because it was mostly all German stuff.
I wonder what let him
This was
out there.
This is with the Deutschmark, man. Remember
Oh,
that?
yeah.
2000, a long time ago. Ancient history.
Yeah.
It was him and Rick Healy. Do you know who Rick Healy is?
That's Sam's brother.
They had what?
That's Sam Healy's brother.
Sam Healy's brother. No, it's Heli, different, I think. And they were they were in a booth together. They shared a booth. And his game was
hands.
Balmy Balloonists, and Matt's game was Lunatic's Loop. And they were like handmade boxes.
All right.
But yeah, like the production definitely was
Speaking of going and selling
a
your
bit
own game,
basic.
I have a moral dilemma. I
Okay.
need some vindication.
Moral?
that I did
Don't
the right
do
thing.
it.
Ooh,
Forrest,
let's
you're
do
out.
it.
No. So someone had posted in the Origins group that they were trying. They had made a board game and they were looking to get in contact with the people in charge of vendors for Origins because they wanted to get a booth. And people were like, it's too late, but you can probably do it next year. And it's blah 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 blah. So I happened to look at the person's like Facebook page to find what this game was, and it's a roll and move trivia kind of game thing.
Lego.
Tell him save his money.
So
remember Flago?
I said, yeah, it's too late for this. Everyone said it's too late for this year, but I don't think you should spend your money getting a booth there because it's not going to be worth your while.
Yeah.
And I felt bad because it's, you know,
Give him
it's a younger
tough love.
guy trying, you know, something. And like, he's from Ohio and his game was actually featured in a news story on the local news that someone was talking about something about, you know, people coming in and donating stuff for families, you know, for educational stuff and things to do and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And his game was one of the games that they had on the table that they were talking about. And I was like, you probably are better off trying to find a trade show that's geared towards families
Yeah.
or educators.
Is Origins not that show?
No.
I guess it's
I-
not anymore.
That's not.
Nah.
Did you get blasted?
Wasn't
No, I
there,
didn't
like-
get no one said anything. But
That's good.
I kind of
But-
wrote it and I kind of sat there for a couple minutes looking at it, like whether I should post it or not, because I didn't want to like
Yeah,
should
it's
t-
harsh truth.
I could
Yeah,
have
I
just let
mean-
the guy, waste his money, but I was like, hey, you know what?
Uh,
This is not where you should be doing this.
yeah,
I should
Well,
do a
he's
little
from
research for
Ohio,
him.
though. It's not so bad.
you still got to spend all the money on the booth and all that. It's,
How much are the
Yeah.
Origins booths? Are they pretty expensive?
Yeah, they're not cheap.
yeah,
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 I mean
they're
that's
not-
what I'm saying. They're
Really?
not
Oh, Gen
cheap
Con
and
price though, I'm sure.
yeah. I'd advise them to
Hmm.
try a smaller con. Like
or at least
sure there's
something,
other
at least
ones.
something where there's going to be people there who are buying family games, like
yeah,
Yeah.
family games, not our kind of games that are geared towards families or what.
family. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure
10 days across America.
Roller move, they're going to keep walking
right.
because
Yeah.
they
Roller
lose
move
the
with
turn
trivia.
space on the board in big letters. So I'm like, yeah, that's a definite red flag. I'm going to keep walking.
Yeah,
Mhm. No, I think it's just a harsh truth, man. Like I imagine there's a lot of other people that are probably thinking the exact same thing and just like, nope, not gonna do it.
All right, we're going to do this.
let's do it.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say, Anthony? You had to have seen the thread, and I don't know if it was like the board game group or board game revolution or whatever it was, but
That
the guy
guy.
that said that he had sent his game idea to several different publishers, and then Awakened Realms launched whatever their most recent $1 million campaign is, and he's like, I'm looking at their game. And I sent my game to Awakened Realms for them to look at, and they never responded to me. And I'm looking at this game, and there are a lot of similarities between my game and that. What's my recourse here? How do I?
That's
How do
why
I-
publishers don't take unsolicited.
None.
Ooh, you should call him and be like, you should get
Like-
a lawyer up hardcore,
like-
buddy.
the chances that you
Awakened
happen to
Realms.
make, you
By
happen
the
to
way, it's
make,
also a Polish company. Good luck.
the chances that you happen to make whatever Grim Coven is, and now you're like going to be like, you owe me half of the money. It's like, you get nothing.
You should just email the list to everybody in the world, and as soon as you see something that, I mean, with that logic,
yeah.
email
I've been
all your
thinking that
ideas
about
out
Ticket to Ride for a while.
What's
that? What'd you say?
I was
I
like,
had the idea for Ticket to Ride when I was a child. I used to put trains next to each other on a map.
we used to put trains,
lot of
gin rummy
similarities.
together, and
I thought of a game about birds
oh
a
yeah.
long time ago. I want half of the Spiel des Jahres and
Wait, did it have eggs in it?
Of
course.
We're eggs the
Of
only way
course.
to
Oh
win.
my god, yeah. Smoking gun.
there was different birds in it and eggs.
Then he thought about dragons a little later on.
Well, I gotta get my notepad up. Here we go. All right.
Here we go. RB.
RB.
They have the
Arby's.
I
meat.
love how large those letters are, Anthony. That is those are
Rubble,
nice
comma,
letters.
I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
Don't kowtow to him already.
Item number one. Clue number
Inducted
one.
in the Hall of Fame.
Holds 7 world records.
Seven.
Clue number two. Got in hot water in 2017 for motorboating.
Forrest.
Forrest?
Ricky Bobby.
Ah.
Damn.
Eh.
Motorboating.
Clue number three.
Whoa,
Often.
whoa, slow down a little
bitch.
bit.
What? Slow down.
Oh, that's fine.
Gotta pause more between them.
I mean, we need like a second. to
Yeah,
think
we're
about it.
stupid. We need time to think.
Clue number
All right.
three.
Nobody does it as good as I do. Just I'm saying. No.
Often mentions Nelson Mandela's long walk to freedom as a major influence to their life.
Not Ricky Bobby.
I'm
Ricky
pretty
Bobby.
sure it was Ricky Bobby. Check your answer again. Pretty sure you read it wrong.
Clue number four. Author, astronaut, and businessman.
Oh.
Oh.
Clue number five. Famous for surrounding himself with various virgins.
Various what?
Virgin.
Lance. Richard Branson.
Richard Branson is correct.
Branson. Yeah.
Oh.
Virgin. Yeah.
Nicely
Yes,
done.
in 2017,
I heard
he
vir-
got
I
in
heard
trouble for
virgins.
literally
So did I.
motorboating a woman.
What?
Oh, is that what that was?
Yes, he literally motorboated a woman.
Wow. I knew he got me too. I just didn't realize that's what it was.
Okay, here we go. Item number 2. Member of the Royal Air Force for 3 years. Clue number 2. Married 5 times to 4 women. Clue number 3. Has received a Tony and Grammy, but no Oscar, despite 6 nominations. Clue number 4.
He's so
This-
obvious.
Despite their success, was always referred to as the biggest waste of natural
Oh.
talent due to alcohol abuse.
Oh yeah, I'll be there in a second.
What the?
I gotta go. Meeting.
Ciao, Forrest.
Lance.
Bye-bye.
Lance.
Richard Burton.
Richard Burton is correct.
Oh,
Really? I was gonna say that, but I'm like, no, he
Well,
got
then you
he
should've.
got, like Grammys.
yeah. I don't know either. That's one of the
Spoken word?
Yes,
Maybe?
he won a spoken word Grammy.
My mother shares this. She was born in the same, not like same year, but they share the same birthday,
The
November.
fifth clue was scandalously stole Princess Leia's stepmom away from her father.
Yeah, that would have given it away for me.
And an actor best known for playing Mark Anthony in Cleopatra. Okay, Lance is off to a quick start.
Quick start.
Item number 3.
Number 3.
Associated with bad Christmas movies. Clue number 2. Originally called Wisp.
Wisp.
Wisp. W-I-S-P. Wisp. Clue number 3. Associated with Molly Ringwald.
Come on, brain.
Clue number 4. Only has 13 episodes and 1 movie. Kind of like Serenity.
Why don't I?
Clue number 5. Often seen foiling the plans of Murky and Lurky. Final clue. Popular, though short-lived cartoon and doll from the 1980s.
That's the gimme.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Lance.
Lance?
Uh,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anybody?
I don't know.
Rainbow Bright.
Oh,
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
Rainbow Bright was created
Rainbow
by
Bright?
Hallmark.
I remember Rainbow Bright. Yeah.
My sister
totally.
was into her. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. And believe it or not, I thought it was on for much longer. There was only 13 episodes of it.
So did
Got a
I. I
movie.
thought it was
Got a
a
movie.
couple seasons. Yeah.
Yeah. 1 season. Here we go. Clue number 1.
Number 1.
Can be found in the eye.
Aldi.
Aldi.
Running back.
Running back is correct.
Oh, nice,
Oh.
Ollie. Nice.
That's a
I
good-
was sitting on that one too.
That's a
I
good
was
clue.
sitting on that one. That's a
Fucking
great clue.
football.
There are 25 in Ohio, often associated with two-headed monsters. Although there used to be a lot, you won't find many full ones anymore.
Don't you hate it when you have a really good
Clue number
good
5
clues?
was one interrupted the NBA playoff broadcast in 1994.
What
Yeah,
was the
yeah.
gimme?
Here we go.
Here we go. He's ignoring
Item number 5.
you.
Clue number 1. Hosted 5 seasons of their own podcast from 2019 to 2021.
5 seasons from 2019 to 2020.
Five seasons from 2019 to 2021. Clue number 2. Released their autobiography in 2013. Clue number 3. Appeared on the big screen in 2004 and 2013.
All right, that's not.
Clue number 4. Despite people first being introduced to him in 2004, he was a big deal in the 70s. Clue number 5. He always stays classy.
Matt,
Oh,
Matt.
Lance.
Matt,
That
Ron
guy.
Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy. Do
Uh,
you want to reread the clue before that? The fact
Sure.
that people got introduced to him in 2004, but he was a big deal in the 70s.
so yeah.
So kind of a big deal.
Mhm.
Kind of a big deal.
All right, here we go.
Never seen it.
Neither have I.
Item
But
You haven't nobody seen it.
item number 6. Clue number 1. Associated with boxcars. Clue number 2. Associated with trolleys. Clue number 3. Popularly used by mobsters, moonshiners, and police during Prohibition.
I know this.
Clue number 4. Designed to be used as a step up. Clue number 5. On early cars, it has a place to store extra gas, oil, and water.
Why can't
Matt,
Matt?
rear bonnet.
Ah.
Barry,
Barry?
rear bumper.
Ah. Good guess, but incorrect. Final clue. These were installed on early cars on both sides because the tires
Oh,
were far from the
God.
ground.
Running board.
What?
Lance?
Lance,
Running board.
there you go.
I couldn't hear the clue.
Here you go, Lance.
Yeah.
I thought we were over. Oh, my bad.
No.
Matt, what the fuck? Yeah,
Well,
Rob
I knew it
Scott.
anyway. I just
Scott was robbed.
All right, here we go.
Sorry, my bad.
Well,
I thought he was going
Lance
somewhere
didn't know
with
it,
the
right?
trains.
You took Matt's
Yeah,
guess,
yes.
correct?
he stole Matt.
I didn't hear the last clue.
Okay, here we go. There's a new item, Scott.
New item.
Clue
Good to
number
go.
1. It comes from a land down under. Clue number 2. Originally, it was a very nondescript. Clue number 3. It's number 3 in its class. Clue number 4. Linked to extreme sports.
Lance.
Lance,
Red Bull.
Red Bull is correct.
Australian?
I had that one written
Yeah.
down.
Associated with wings and popular energy drink that comes in a blue and silver can.
I was sitting on
Have
that
you
one.
seen their Daredevil pilots that they have of the biplanes?
Yeah.
Oh my
It's crazy.
God. It's
Yeah.
nuts.
I love watching where the people make the weird contraption that goes off the ramp and lands in the water to see how far they can go.
Okay,
Those are enjoyable to me.
here we go.
Here we
Item number 1.
Number 1.
featured at BGG-Con?
Rance Bikester.
Clue number 2. Debuted in 2007.
Mhm.
Clue number 3. Linked to MTV.
Lance.
Lance.
Rock Band.
Rock Band is correct. Associated to Green Day and the Beatles. Popular on different platforms. Contains controllers that are guitars, microphones, and drums. Lance running away with it.
Running
Steal
away
it.
with it. He's still
Steal
gonna
it.
bitch though, Anthony. He's still gonna bitch.
Here we go. Item number 1. Clue number
Well,
1.
I'm sitting on 3 other ones that you haven't picked yet. I'm wondering if you
Clue number. What are we on?
Here we go. Loosely connected to Monty Python. Clue number 2. Origins trace back to 19th century Poland. Clue number 3. Lifetime record of 80-1. Clue number 4. Died chasing a camel.
It's not what I.
Clue number 5. Many only know of them from a popular comic strip dog. Final clue. Nickname of German World War I pilot Manfred von
Lance.
Barry.
Lance.
Red
Who?
Baron.
Red Baron is correct.
Makes a heck of a good pizza.
Yeah, I thought he got shot down for some reason. That's how he died.
What?
I thought he got shot down, and that's how he died for some reason.
His brother got shot at by one of the camel pilots.
Stop
He
with
turned his
camels.
plane around to go after him and got shot down by the anti-artillery guy.
Oh, that's right.
anti-aircraft guys.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He went to go after the guy who shot at his brother. Here we go.
Here we go.
Jeez, guys. Your microphone's working? I'm just checking.
Clue number 1. Origins trace back to 19th century England. Clue number 2. Associated with newspapers. Clue number 3. Associated with playing cards. Clue number 4. Associated with braces.
Barry.
Barry,
Rubber band.
rubber band is correct.
No, I'll write that off my
Board,
list.
board people make balls out of them, and this is the common name for elastic circles and ovals used to hold things together. We have
Man.
we have 6 left. Still anyone's game, technically. Here we go. Clue number 1. Born June 6th, 1945. Clue number 2. Far-sighted animal lover. Clue number 3. Fought in battles on Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. Clue number 4. Lost his wife to ovarian cancer in 2001. Clue number 5. Lifetime 69% winning percentage, 83% if you count the clubs. Final clue. Nicknamed the Italian Stallion.
Aldi.
Wait, that's
Aldi.
Rocky Balboa.
Rocky Balboa is correct.
Wow.
If you count the clubs,
He was 64-0 as a club fighter.
Yeah.
57, 20, 24, and 1 as a professional.
what's a club fighter?
That's in the beginning of Rocky 1. He's fighting in the beginning. They would
A
have like
smoky ring.
clubs with like sponsor boxing events.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was like the amateur circuit thing.
I got you.
Remind me to get back to him. I went to Fairmount over the weekend. Remind me to get back to him. when we
Okay,
finish
here we go.
this.
Clue number 1. Born in 1904. Clue number 2. Started in the Secret Six. Clue number 3. Associated with the Wolfman. Clue number 4. Once delivered the son of Satan.
Aldi.
Aldi.
Rosemary's Baby.
oh, that's a good guess. That was a really good guess.
Oh, it didn't make sense. Only the one made sense.
Clue number 5. Ruined 2 lives over a $1 bet.
I know it, but I don't know the guy's name.
Yeah.
Final clue.
I know the one, but it isn't. But it isn't Hume Cronin. I'll tell
Final
you
clue.
what.
Acclaimed actor most of us know as playing Randolph Duke in Trading Places.
Yeah. The fuck is it?
What the hell is that guy's name?
5,
No idea.
4,
I can see him. I can see him.
I
Right
know
here.
one of them. I don't know the other one.
1. Ralph Bellamy, who is
Yeah.
the
Bellamy.
person who delivered Rosemary's Baby.
Don Amici was the other one, right?
Don Amici is the
Don
yeah.
Amici, not Hume
Yeah.
Cronin. Don Amici. Yeah. You really just what a great
Oh.
movie that is.
Yeah, it is.
They keep on saying they're going to do a remake, and I hope they never do.
I've been healed.
Remake.
I have legs.
And it's so you're a dead man, Valentine.
It was a stone groove, my man. You are the most righteous. Get the fuck out of here.
$1.
And so really, you made us money. I did. Want me to break something else? All right, here we go. Clue number 1. Born April 14th, 1945.
All these old people.
Yeah.
Clue number 2. Invented shredding.
Shredding?
Shredding.
Oh,
Matt?
Richie Blackmore.
Richie Blackmore is correct.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Clue number 3. Credits Bach and ABBA as their 2 favorite musical tastes.
Yeah.
Who's Richie Blackmore?
I'll cross Richie Blackmore off. My
Richie
list.
Blackmore is the guitar player from Deep Purple and Rainbow.
Yes, I
Oh,
know.
Richie Blackmore.
Him.
Okay.
Him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Richie
That's
never heard that
Blackmore.
It's like that scene in The Simpsons where Homer's like, "Gime, what's a gime?" And he walks in, he's like, "Oh, a gime."
Guy. Ah, man.
All right, here we go. The final 3. Lance, I believe, cannot lose.
I
Sweet.
think McIntyre. I'm not sure.
No,
Is
Matt
this-
and Aldi have 2. They can.
All right.
Lance, you win.
Hooray.
Thanks with the assist from Matt.
I'll be
Yeah.
ordering. I'll just be ordering the games.
Clue number 1.
All right.
Subject of songs by Rhonda Vincent and the Chuck Wagon Gang.
Chuck Wagon game.
Clue number 2. Often refers to numbers. Clue number 3. Often contains asterisks. Clue number 4. Can be updated daily, weekly, yearly, and even retroactively. Clue number 5. Often associated with feats, sales, or accomplishments.
Why? Lance.
Lance,
Record book.
record book is correct.
Yeah, I was like, Guinness Book of World Record. Then I finally put it together.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Clue number 1. Won a daytime Emmy in 1994. Clue number 2. Associated with Moby Dick. Clue number 3. Appeared in the 50s on many TV shows and in EC Comics. That's EC Comics, not DC Comics.
I'm about to say.
Which later became Eclipse.
Okay, here we go. Here's a good clue. 4.5895 degrees south by 137.4417 degrees east on Mars is named after them.
Oh, well, that's
I'm gonna take a stab. Lance.
Matt, did you just jump out?
no.
Okay, Lance.
I'm just gonna stab. Ray Bradbury.
Ray Bradbury is
Red
correct.
Berber, yeah.
Yeah, okay, because that was on my list. That was my last thing that I had saved. So there you go.
Their work is often it's subject to debates among their fans as which is the best, and one of their most famous works refers to the precise temperature that paper burns. I hold in my hand the final for the night. Okay, clue number 1. Debuted in 1970 and 1980. Clue number 2. Reunited a comedy duo from the 1970s. Clue number 3. Went head-to-head with the Elephant Man. Clue number 4. Despite its appearance, it's not black and white.
Barry.
Barry.
Raging Pool.
Raging Bull is correct.
It isn't black and white.
Thanks, Barry, for paying attention. I've mentioned it several times in here. No, it's actually filmed in silver.
Yeah, yeah. But that's kind
Ah.
of deep. I mean, most people.
Never seen
I've
it.
mentioned it on here. We've talked about the movie. I've mentioned it.
Did you? I don't
So,
remember.
so
that,
here,
yeah.
here's a cool thing about it. The reunited the comedy duo. So Joe Pesci and oh my god, I forgot his name. Vincent. The guy who's in
Yeah.
Sopranos and all the other
Yeah,
mob movies, the guy that get you shine.
James Gandolfini.
Yeah.
They had a comedy team and did like nightclubs and stuff. It was like Abbott and Costello meets Don Rickles.
No Raymond Burr.
I had a
I had Raymond Burr.
Raisin Bran,
So you want to know what I had on the list of things I didn't pick?
Rebecca Black.
I had Raymond Burr,
I remember.
rap battles, rechargeable batteries, the Rose Bowl.
Oh yeah, I had that.
Could have done Ottawa's football team, the Red Blacks.
Red Blacks.
And I had a very, very far off Robbie Benson, but I figured no one would know who he was or remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, the first time I ever saw Raging Bull was at my uncle's place. He had purchased or rented a video disc player. Does anybody remember these?
Yes.
I remember them. I never saw
Ah
them.
yes.
I remember.
Not a DVD, not a laser disc. It's
Not
a
laser
video
disc.
disc.
Yeah, video disc. Terrible.
Yeah. Oh yeah, horrible.
Oh, I thought it was
But-
like laser disc.
It was so cool in like I was sub 10 years old. So this was probably it was before 83.
Do you remember the video disc from before? That was like even before that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, wasn't there like the video disc and then the laser disc? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, so it wasn't Laserdisc, it was video disc that I saw.
Okay, I thought you were talking about laser disc. Yeah. No, video
I
disc.
I thought
yeah,
you just
crazy.
said that, Matt.
Oh, shut up. Anyway.
They come in. It was like a big floppy disk, basically.
So it was like a laser disc?
Yeah.
No, it was before that.
It's like a big floppy disk, right?
Yeah, because it was a big
Cartridge.
Cartridge, yeah.
Was it tape in there?
I don't know what it was.
I don't know. I never saw one. Yeah, I remember it was
Well,
like,
Yeah.
So was that better, Lance?
It was
Much.
much better.
Okay.
much for us plebes.
Yeah.
Please.
I only knew like half of them.
Well,
I'm not as exposed apparently to the world.
no, and you're probably better off for it.
Probably not enough junk in my head.
All right. Well, the reason we're here, of course, the Origins preview.
Hey, I'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
How many games is it? Like 40?
7,000.
I have just.
Is there anything actually for sale that's on this list?
2.
Who knows?
Oh, by the way, did you guys see
Yeah.
that Dicebreaker laid off their staff?
Yeah, they got bought out, and then the first thing they
It was,
did, look,
it was
happens in a
purchased
lot
by
of those things.
IGN.
It's just they redundancy.
Well, I think
Sucks.
here's the thing: if you go look at Dicebreaker, there wasn't a post since the day they were acquired. I think. So I'm guessing.
Yeah, they probably
laid off
gave them all
immediately.
some severance or something. It sucks.
So it's interesting. Dicebreaker was an offshoot of PAX Unplugged, wasn't it? Or like that company that owns PAX.
I don't remember. It might be, yeah.
Aldi, is there a
called-
Origins Awards nominees list on BGG somewhere?
The Origins Awards.
Isn't there not awards
There
for
is.
them?
There absolutely is.
Yeah, but I thought they did the Mad Origins, didn't they?
You know
Yeah.
what? Okay.
Or I don't. Is the Origins Awards still a thing?
I think
Yeah.
so.
It is. You know what's something that's really infuriating to me? Is that how absolutely behind the times like role-playing game companies are compared to board game companies. It's like you have board game companies that are like, hey, we're going to be at this convention. They like will do blog posts or like, you know, or like release dates or things like that to say, hey, we'll have this, the other thing. You go to like, and I'm not talking about like I'm Joe Schmo and I've published 2 books ever and I've got a 5x5 booth at a convention and like not releasing. I'm talking about ones that are actually like relatively like decent size, like a Chaosium or like Goodman Games or things like that. You go to their website to see if they're got any releases or if they're going to have anything or what their presence is going to be at the freaking convention. Nothing. They just nothing. They don't say anything about it. I subscribe to their newsletters. They don't do anything. It's like drives me crazy when you're trying to like track down information on something and you just can't. Hello, Evan.
Hey, Evan.
Evan.
Mr. Mike stuff. Hey guys, how's it going?
You just missed the initials.
What?
I crushed it.
You
That's
did.
It
What was-
happens.
What were the letters?
So did more news today?
RB,
Oh, I got it.
RB
We're good to go, I guess.
Rodeo Brown.
Rio Bravo.
Yeah, what you were saying, Scott?
Well, I don't want to like step on. I was waiting for Anthony to come back, but we got to talk about the hot dog thing. Joey Chestnut versus Kobayashi.
Well, yeah,
I
but he's
didn't-
not
I
gonna.
didn't
He's not
know.
gonna. He got bounced because
He got bound, and then he got banned from the tournament. Joey Chestnut got banned from the hot dog eating the Nathans because he has a some kind of exclusive deal with a plant-based meat product,
Yeah.
and I guess they kicked him out. So Netflix is doing a special now on July 2nd,
God.
Kobayashi versus Joey Chestnut,
It's hilarious.
hot dog eating contest. They're both banned from that.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm like, how could have Nathan's messed up more?
Well,
How did-
my big
how did
thing with that
Kobayashi get
is that how much. So my question is that I don't think they banned him. I think that they're just because like
Or
one
they
point.
disinvited him or something. I don't know what they
Well,
did.
no,
Kick them
go
off.
read it again. It's like I read articles that said Joey Chestnut will not participate due to the fact that he has like basically a sponsorship deal that won't let him, be there. You know,
Oh,
or
I
something.
thought Nathan's kicked him off because of the.
Oh, well, I've
his
seen both
sponsorship.
stories. I've heard both. Nathan said, no, sorry, because we don't sponsor you or something or whatever. And I've also seen that he said, well, because I'm sponsored by this company, I can't be there or something like that. So I don't know what the story is, but who knows? I mean,
Well, Netflix picked up the ball.
which was probably the plan all along.
It's so
right?
great. I'm loving it.
Netflix didn't just
what would-
decide to do this. This has been in the works for like months.
What would make
So-
me even more happy is if there was what's the other guy? Oh man, what's his name? Trying to blank on his name.
Hot Dog Pete.
I'll find it. Go ahead.
I'm sure you will.
You can do it, Scott.
All right. Well, this is going to be quick. There's 104 things. I have both expansions and I have base games as well. This is just things that are going to be for sale. If something catches your eye, it looks interesting, it looks fun, we will take a moment to dive a little deeper into it. Other than that, yeah, I mean, this is Origins. Origins, I can't remember the last time a company had a big release at Origins. I remember Tasty Minstrel Games. One year we released Guilds of London. That was like fresh off of the release in the UK, and then we had our copies, and it was a big deal. People are like lined up forever.
That was a big deal.
Yeah, to get their copies of Guilds of London. I remember the not Dice Masters, but what was the game with the dice that you'd roll and then you draft monsters into your thing and you get to roll them and it would do different powers.
TBO?
The
Quarriors.
Quarriors,
Like
yeah.
Quarriors was an Origins release way back in the day, and I remember like
Right.
WizKids sold, tons and tons of copies there. But for the most part, Origins is just not a release oriented thing. Also, strangely, it's like I remember when I worked at TMG, like I would always say, let's try to like actually have our releases at the time of a big convention so we can build up a lot of steam and a lot of excitement over like coming to get the thing. And the thing is it's so tough to do. It's so tough because once you pay for the stuff and you ship it over and you have the games, I mean, back when people actually just released games and didn't like go to Kickstarter with them, it was, you don't want to sit on it. What am I going to sit on this for like a month and a half and not release them, not put them into distribution, and then release it at a convention? You just didn't do that. And then if you Kickstarter them, it's like when the game actually gets done, the production and everything, and you get it. I mean, it's just you just got to get lucky and have things fall into place perfectly for you, which just doesn't happen very often. So anyway, 25th Century Games, good dudes, really good dudes.
Mhm.
I've enjoyed my conversations with them repeatedly. That being said, I'll just say Aqueda, City of Umbrellas.
By the way,
game-
that's not the first Equata game.
Oh, is that?
There's
Really?
another Equata game.
Oh, it's
I
Wow.
mean, I'm sure the game is charming and wonderful. Does nothing for me. Color Field, create beautiful abstract paintings on your canvas. Again, I'm sure the game is very charming and beautiful. Theme does.
Got any pictures?
I mean,
These are for sale, so they're actual games that are going to be there.
Mhm.
You got some tabs there.
He's got to
yeah,
figure
I
out which one
know,
he's
I
got
know,
open.
I got-
There's only 600 there.
But the stupid thing up on the top covers up my tab. God dang it. Here, who cares?
You go to full screen.
Shut up. Ooh, look, it's a little palette that you have there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
It looks pretty good.
this does nothing for me. Maybe it's the most amazing game of all time for all I know.
I mean, it looks
But-
like an abstract kind of game.
Yeah.
Right.
Collect
It
colors.
just- yeah.
I like the artwork though.
Yeah, looks cool.
This is great. Okay, hold on.
If you right click and close other tabs, you can get rid of everything.
Hey, Dad, back off.
Matt Stoney was the name I was trying to remember. That was like the always the runner up to Joey Chestnut with the hot dog. So if a Matt Stoney comes
Oh,
in,
Matt
like,
Stoney
crashes the party. Matt Stoney,
Oh, like what
Kobayashi.
comes in, hits somebody with
Sounds like a total wrestling show.
Yeah,
Cool.
hits-
Like
hits
I'm sure
somebody
they're
with
gonna
a
build it up for like an
chair.
hour.
Yeah.
I mean, Netflix is doing live stuff now, man. Good
Yeah,
for
they
them.
are.
Funny.
I think
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, good for them. Hold on a second. Let me.
Hold on. I just gotta figure out technology.
Shut your mouth.
Mhm.
All right,
Longest
so-
running show on YouTube.
It is the longest running. I never said it was good. I just said longevity is where I'm going with this. All right, here we go. All right. Donut
Donut
shop.
shop.
Oh, I like the-
Maximize your display
Definitely
case and box up donuts the fastest. Take home the most tips.
That's a good game.
20 to 40 minutes.
Under
It
40
gets the
minutes.
job done.
Eat it up.
Yeah, it has a really cool little cardboard display cabinet.
All right, I'll take a look at it.
That graphic design though.
Yeah, it's pretty substandard graphic design, but
That guy should have been fired.
I think this game looks freaking rad, man.
yeah, this thing over here.
Is it out?
And it's
yet?
got a little napkin dispenser for the cards.
Uh,
David
looks-
Killing, man, that guy just kills it every time.
Right?
Yeah, Evan knows.
I do know.
Evan knows of what I speak.
Yeah, he whipped that thing up in like a week.
I know it's
What are you doing?
it's fucking scary how quick his mind works.
Yeah. That thing I sent you, Aldi, the player board.
Oh, you're talking about David Killing?
Yeah, he made that in like a week. He's like,
Yeah,
oh well,
that's
yeah,
impressive.
well, I can make something like that. Yeah. Give me oh, there we go. It's like, oh my gosh.
First
Wow, this is
quarter
pretty
it
short
was
notice,
released
eh?
way back in February.
Mojo.
Mojo.
This is a short list.
Button
Button
busting.
busting. Oh,
I
the
like
fucking art on button busting.
The button busting looks like Bren and Stimpy to me. Like the art.
Does it?
Yeah, a little.
The artist's name
John
is
K.
Ed Ville. He's really good.
I had to vote. Okay.
Grab your
Totally
cowboy
looks like,
hat and boots and get ready for a ride.
John K. art.
It's a quick dice chucking game.
Yeah.
Never.
Witchcraft.
Witchcraft.
140
$60.
games on this list, and 40 of them are from 25th century.
Yeah, apparently.
What's that?
Um,
Roma?
Nice.
What?
It's not a- I'm guessing it's a different kind of Roma.
Nova.
Nova
Roma.
Roma.
Stan.
Nova Roma. Well, it's Stan Kradinsky, but I mean, again, it's been released.
Area majority influence, contract, ancient, and city building.
Yeah,
That's
I,
cool.
Oh, excuse
Sounds
me.
heavy-ish.
Heavyish.
well, Stan Kradinsky tends to be medium heavy. So
Dan's a good dude.
David Thompson.
Witchcraft.
Charcuterie.
It's a look at this. It's 1-1. It's
Ooh.
1-to-1 players.
1-1 players. All by myself. Charcuterie.
Wanna be-
Charcuterie.
Is that a reprint?
No, it's Whitney's
Oh.
new game.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a game called Charcuterie?
I thought
Oh, there
was
probably
too.
is.
I mean, maybe, but not.
Wasn't there like a
recently,
Travis
I think.
Chance game or something that he worked on? Maybe not. Wow, that art looks realistic.
I know,
I
right?
split you
Yeah.
choose.
This one, yeah. I mean, that art is that. I mean, that's banging. I mean,
That's
Okay, that's
art,
not the
yeah.
game.
It's
yeah.
3D and
I'm
all.
guessing. I was about to say that game looks real.
Yes,
Mm-mm.
I split you choose game.
Oh, okay. I like that. I like those kind of games.
Yeah, I know that
Hey,
guy.
look, it's Jeremy Howard.
Is that
Yeah, I
Jeremy?
was like, I know that
Yeah.
guy.
And there's
Michael
Like,
Giuliano.
yeah,
Look at all that salt in Jeremy's hair now, eh?
they're so
I
into the
know.
game. Their heads are down.
But yeah. But now you can get it in black and white or silvered, if you will.
Ooh.
All right.
Like
All
Sheffield.
play. Bacon.
Bacon.
I bought bacon.
Everybody loves bacon.
Let's
You
make
got bacon, Scott?
I bought it, but I haven't played it yet.
Yeah,
I like the
we
look
worked
of
on that.
Very.
5 to
Very
10 minutes.
Wow, it's 10 minutes.
After a 27-minute explanation of the game, you can finish
5
it in
to
5 to 10 minutes.
Which
Really?
one?
Which
No,
game?
so these little box games, it's their they were saying that you can teach it in like 3 to 4 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're wrong
Lunar
teacher.
Expedition.
A message from the stars. Work together or in teams to decode messages from an alien race.
2 to 8 players.
Yeah, we worked on that too.
Use
Did you?
cards and dice to navigate a deathly forest.
Oh.
Ooh.
But not deathly.
Those are not going to be out.
Panda panda. Pies! Switchbacks!
Yeah, these
Things
are
and
saying,
rings.
these are saying
Steph
Q2s,
told me
but
things and rings is pretty fun.
Snow did was 230 individual illustrations for that game.
Wow.
Things and
through
rings.
the desert.
Yeah. And they're really awesome too. They're
It
very
actually
like
looks like a
Sicilian
pretty fun
inspired.
It's like a Venn diagram game.
Mm-hmm.
It's the camels.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a
Are they
reprint.
gonna have the Are they gonna have the pastel camels?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
That's an old picture.
Yeah, that's no.
Oh,
There's
is
a
it?
new version. It's
You probably
Oh,
gotta go to the image gallery and sort by date. It's kind of a drawback of the BGG system. You can't really segment it off.
it's just one big gallery. You can't say this version is versus
Yeah,
this version.
yeah. I mean, you can do recent.
All right, I gotta hit the
all
sack
play
now.
edition. There we go.
See you,
No,
Matthew.
no, they're not
Oh,
plastic.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What are the? I mean, are those like meeple ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
Camelipals.
What does that say? Acrylic riders?
Acrylic marker.
Acrylic marker.
Marker. Yeah.
Acrylic marker.
So you're writing on stuff.
It's a rolling, right?
I don't know.
No
Oh,
idea.
yeah.
Confused now.
So am I.
Somebody needs to.
You draw on the
somebody.
board.
I don't think so. Somebody needs to tell everybody how to get the golden camel on Board Game Geek.
I don't know
The
how to get the
golden
golden camel.
camel.
There's no
I
way
got a
to-
golden camel.
Well, somebody's got to be handing it out.
Is it being handed out
Hmm.
still?
No idea.
I don't remember.
Back when people cared about those things.
Amigo still around.
Amigo, we're
Hey.
still around. Here's a bunch of small cards.
Bongo is fun. I played
Yeah,
from
I played
Bongo.
that
Fun.
Gloom somewhere, I'm sure.
I
Kind of
just-
like a 6 nymph kind of game, you know.
I mean, these are all
Yeah.
like release date. Like, I mean, I guess they're all being released in June. So,
June 10th, it says.
yeah. Holly Golly, that's been around forever though. Holly Golly,
Yeah,
right?
it's been.
Yeah. Schrodinger's cats. All right. Aquatica. There must be an expansion for Aquatica. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Coral
It's not
Reefs
going to be
also.
released at
Oh, I
Braves
bet you.
of
I bet you.
Fortune?
I bet you they'll sell a bunch of this. The expansion for Foundations of Rome.
Yeah. Nice.
Is it expansion or is it that?
Edo
That,
is impossible.
Okay, yeah, it is expansion.
It's
Was
impossible.
that Scott?
I played Edo. It's I mean it's possible with 2 players, but like as soon as you start adding more players in, it becomes very hard.
Either.
You have to rank your you get a number between 1 and 50 or 1 and
Mhm.
100 or something like that.
Okay.
And then you have to come up with like an explanation of the topic based on your what your number is. Like from a range, it's like from like a really bad day at school to a really good day at school. from,
Okay.
if that's 100 and the bad day at school is 1, you have to come up with say something, an item in the topic that represents your number. So if it's like 75, what's a bad day at school? Like, high school is like what I think it said what the example was. So what's a bad day at high school that is 70, like a 75 out of 100, to get people to rank, because everybody gives their
Right.
numbers, or they give their answers, and then you have to group arrange it.
Interesting.
Does that make
Sounds
sense?
Sounds kind of like
Yeah.
the one with the dial.
It's like group wavelength. Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody, but
yeah,
everybody
yeah,
gets
yeah.
their own wavelength secretly.
Yeah.
That you have to try to get, and you have to all rank it in order, and you have to go from
Yeah.
low to high. I mean, it's clever, but it's very hard.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, wavelength is supposed to be.
It's very challenging.
Hmm.
Like, especially at the higher player count.
No, okay. Moving on.
Super Kawaii Pets.
Hawaii pitch.
World Wonders expansion.
Mundo.
I like World Wonders. It's a good game.
Yeah, it's okay.
Forge,
BA games. I don't know about I don't know who BA games are. Ooh, look at this.
Baracus.
Limited in a very limited quantity.
Oh, that makes Lance interested.
According to the
Oh.
publisher, with wooden
Forges of
tokens,
Ravenshire.
metal coins, and playmats also
Yeah.
available for purchase.
Why is it in quotes?
I have no idea. Let's go ahead and look at Forges of Ravenshire, which has
like
this
that.
very
Yeah. I
angry
like the
looking,
cover.
Badger?
what is that, a badger? Yeah, it's a badger.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Designer Sam Stockton. What else has Sam Stockton designed? Let's see. Call to the Deep. No, I was gonna make jokes, but I actually enjoyed my one play Call to the Deep.
I never played it.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither I.
Is that the only game, or is that the only one that's ranked?
It's the only one that's out.
See all two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I was also published by BA Games. So there you go.
Huh.
All right. So Forges of Ravenshire.
Bring up some images.
Grab a hammer and some steel. It's time to forge. The Blacksmith Guild of Ravenshire is in need of a new forge master. All right. Each season, it's gathering, plays, contract, blah, blah. Players roll their dice, place it on the available location. So it's a dice placement, worker placement game. Let's go to images. Ooh, this looks like there's a lot going on.
Yes.
Relatively small box, however. I don't think you get those cool cups with it.
Does look like a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, dice with numbers on them. If you're not gonna have something with
Isn't that a polyhedral right there? So that's from like the original D&D box.
Yeah, but here's my thing. I love pips more than numbers. If you're gonna have 6-sided dice in your game, just use pips. Pips look so much better than the numbers. If you're playing D&D, that's fine because you have the numbers on the things, but that's just fine.
Fucking hog, man.
I don't know. Let's see what the comments
It's
are. What do people say about it? Excellent game with easy to manage number crunching. Direct player action is minimal. Watching the shift. Let's see, 7. Mechanics are easy to pick up. Turns are quick and play. Overall, looking forward to picking this one up. Mechanics similar to Raiders of the North Sea. Like 3 years ago, I would be all like, I might have to pick this up. I'm also just like,
wall.
yeah, whatever.
Because you hate games.
10. So excited for this game. Looks amazing. I'm going to a nerdy rummage sale on Saturday, hoping to get rid of like 300 games. So I mean, I don't need it.
Again, you hate games.
No, I just don't need it anymore. I've got my like 100 or so that I want to keep, and
Yeah.
I know. I just don't need anything else. I don't know. I think this is a game that like 10 years ago, I would have been all over it. I would have been like, yeah, I want this. It would have been like some Kingsburg type thing going on for me. But I don't know. What do I know? Cool. I hope they sell
looks
out.
all right to me.
I hope they sell out, and
$70.
I hope it makes some tons of money.
Bezier. What's they got?
Well, they're only gonna have a
Bezier.
limited quantity.
Yeah.
The blueprints of Mac. Yeah.
So you better run.
That's the roll and write
Yeah.
or like draft and write or whatever it is, so good for them. I like them. Sandbag.
Trick
No
take
idea.
it. Where you trick?
Sandbag promo pack, promo card pack 1 is available. That's good.
Ooh.
And Xylotar!
I love that theme so much.
What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, Christopher Ray.
Yeah.
What's that? A bear playing a
They're playing a
A
keytar.
Xylotar.
keytar?
A Xylotar, yes.
Yeah.
Xylotar. Is
Oh,
that
man.
how?
All
I
right.
mean, that's kind of clever. Oh, come on, more pictures. That's not enough. Oh,
Well, that's the games, guys. There's
Where's
really
the-
nothing to show.
that's not the game. No, I think that's not the right. Oh, maybe it is. Where's the bears? Wait,
It's
those
just on
cards
the
can't.
cover.
Wait, what? Bait and switch here with the
They
artwork.
gotcha. They gotcha.
There's Chris
Yeah, we
Rack.
talking about that.
Where's the bears?
I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
Oh my god.
Xylotar!
Looks like you're just trying to make notes or something.
Yeah, it's like you don't know.
Wait, there's bears. There's bears. Like,
There you go.
what
They
the
must
hell?
be
That's
looking
false
for
advertisement,
Xylotar.
sons of bitches.
Oh, good for them.
Oh, it's a re-implementation of Magic Trick.
Oh.
Magic Trick was a self-published game by Chris.
Bite Wing Games.
The cover of this
Never
looks amazing.
heard of this, but then they're
Yeah.
like they're apparently sharing Elf Creek spot. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cascadero and Cascadito.
Yeah, I
But
wanna
it's,
get-
it's Reiner, which means I'm not interested at all.
You probably already played it.
Yeah, it's
What?
just
No,
another
these
You
are
probably
theme.
already played it when it was called something else.
Yeah, when it
Yeah.
was called
These are-
Wing Bite.
No, these are original.
Are they?
I believe they are. Click on the
I keep trying to click on Lance's screen.
yeah, the Cascadero, I think is like a roll and write with cascading combos.
A $50 roll, right? Wow.
Yeah. Chaining
No
connection
idea.
results.
Spectral.
Not clicking on it.
What do
Spectral
you
looks
want?
cool.
You want me to click on it? I'll click on
Well, I
it.
mean,
Here.
we got to do something. We're almost halfway done.
No, we're not. We're not even close.
Oh.
Oh,
this is not what I'm thinking of. This is
Yeah, that's not a rolling right there, Scott.
no, the other Cascadito is a roll and write.
yeah, this looks like a through the desert clone.
Kind of does look like it through there.
Yeah, it does.
I don't think it is though.
Well, I hope it makes some
I
millions
think
of
it's
dollars.
unique.
Spectral,
Spectral.
find the treasures and beware the specters in this haunted manor treasure hunt. I'll give this.
I'm excited about this. One looked cool to me.
I like spooky themes.
And it's Quanchai art.
Yeah. What's the gist of this one, Scott?
I don't really remember, but I like the look of it.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it looks
pretty
that's
It's
cool.
like you're setting
Yeah.
up these little barriers or something. Oh, that looks cool. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool.
Looks like a
Yeah, it
rolling
does
right.
look cool. Is it a logic game?
Is that a hidden information game?
Could be.
I don't know.
Say,
two to
What are,
five.
what are the mechanicisms? Deduction and horror.
Deduction of horrors and the mechanisms.
Area
Yeah.
majority, auction, betting, constrained bidding, deduction, endgame bonuses, paper and pencil, worker placement. Huh.
That's everything.
Everything.
a little bit of everything.
little bit of
Throw
everything.
the sink in there.
What I know Ryan Courtney. What is that? What has Ryan Courtney done before? I feel like I know that name.
Sounds
Yeah, the
familiar,
name's
yeah.
familiar.
Ryan
Pipeline.
Courtney,
Oh.
Pipeline.
Oh yeah,
Pipeline.
yeah. His games are cool, man.
Trailblazers.
Trailblazers is cool.
Yeah.
Played it on BGA. It's very challenging.
This is his company, right? What's the name of the company?
I think it was Bitewing,
Bitewing, yeah.
but I don't know. Is that his company?
No, maybe not.
So serious. Look at that picture.
So serious.
He's a good guy.
He good guy. Okay.
I like.
He's a good guy.
I like the.
Well, he's a fan of the Houston Astros, so I can't be a fan of him.
Wait.
So.
Hey,
Go down one more. Yeah,
that's right, because you can only root for losers.
Losers.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. La Boîte de Jus.
That's like halfway through.
Evil Corp.
Yeah.
Evil Corp.
Managers confront each other in terrorizing human villages contests with monsters. 6.9. That does not sound good at all.
From the moon.
Dungeon card. Just
Build bases.
From the moon. Craft workers, build bases, save humanity. Science fiction, space exploration.
$90.
bones.
$90.
$90.
This
Let's see what we
better
get.
come with gold.
An
All
hour
right,
and a half
it has
game.
these things. I'll
Oh,
give
look
you
at
that.
that. That's
Okay.
awesome. Look at that.
That's cool.
That
That
is
dude's
cool.
driving a rover.
Yeah, that's pretty
I
cool.
will.
With flames coming out of
I apologize.
I apologize. Not a dice.
Is that how you configure a rover?
Must be.
Yeah, it's cool.
Let me look at the images in general here.
That was
Alright.
fiction.
Looks neat.
Yeah. Another table hog though. Our game's getting bigger, or is it me?
It's just that whole thing, and it's like you gotta the game's gotta be like it's gotta like look.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Miguel Coimbra. Miguel
yeah.
Coimbra.
I don't know who that is.
Artwork. Although it didn't look like the artwork was that recognizable. It was just like it was like
All right, dungeon card. I'm not looking at that.
Capstone.
Capstone.
They're still around.
Oh, yeah.
Ananuki.
Anunnaki.
Anunnaki.
Dawn of the God. Anunnaki, yeah.
I
Develop your
$100,
alien
another $100
civilization
game
among ancient human tribes, gods, and space
Yeah.
travel.
I'm
Another
so in.
$100.
I'm so in. on that.
$100.
Yeah,
Anunnaki. There
give
we
it
go.
to me.
Yeah.
$100.
What do we get for $100?
Get that.
Some
Anything you want.
Sweet minis.
Anything.
Everything you want.
I don't know. Like I got that coffee trader game that Capstone brought over, and I mean I was just like, this game is like it was what's the word? It was complex for the sake of being complex and nothing else. And that's like, it seems like I run into all these like big complex games.
What is that? It said the pentagram of actions. What was that?
Isn't this Simone Luciani? Luciani, right?
Is it?
I love his games. So that's why I'm interested in this
The
one.
pentagram of actions.
Yeah. See, pentagram.
Yeah.
Neat. We're gonna be worshiping Satan. No,
In
come-
space.
Nah. Space, yeah. You don't know the
Satan in
Anunnaki?
space.
Is not impressed.
Satan
No.
is everywhere, baby.
Simone-
In
everywhere.
Simone
space.
Luciani.
Juicy fruit.
And
Orleans
what
the
else?
plague.
Legu,
Oh, that is the plague.
long way.
I was digging in my storage unit. I found 2 deluxe Orleans TMG that are they were just sitting in there.
Ready,
Mine's
send them my
still
way.
in shrink.
Still in shrink.
Send them my way. I'm ready.
I like the game. I just haven't played my copy.
Yeah.
There's another Simone Luciani.
Let me see what if there's anybody here that has an old school TMG deluxe that they're trying to offer up.
15?
99
No.
euros.
Wow. Not too much movement on this Orleans market.
Yeah, no.
I bet you this one is
And that's been in English, right?
yeah. There was a time I probably could have sold those for a couple $100 or something, but
Yeah.
probably.
About that.
no,
You think so?
no longer.
There was
I
a
think
time.
that was
Yeah,
just a
maybe
DLP
6 months after.
game. Yeah. That was back when I was part of like some super secret cult of the new groups that like there was one guy that would organize ordering cases of games from publishers, and then he would get, and then we'd all chip in, and then when he got it, then he'd ship the games to us. And then I got Orleans through that, and a couple other games too. I can't remember what they were. And then like he did one, and I missed out on it. I was super mad. And then the guy like, it was like I don't know what game it was, but there was like 6 games of it, and then each person paid like $90, and then he just took all the money and ran. Like the games never showed up or something. I remember like people were like ping ponging back and forth, and I still get emails asking where a certain Van Overbay, if he's alive. People,
Oh yeah, what happened to him?
I don't know. About a year ago, I tried calling his number just because somebody had reached out and said, "Have you heard from Van?" And so I tried calling his number, and it just said the number was no longer valid. So I hope he's okay. I also found one of the like 5 copies of Sea Rovers in existence in my storage unit. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Moving on.
Rats of Wistar. Intelligent rats explore their new house and expand their lair.
Son Luciani, Daniela Sabia, Danilo.
Pangram City. I'll say this. First
Uwe.
capstone. He
Uwe.
continues to exist.
Yeah.
Without doing any like really any Kickstarter
Yeah, I mean,
stuff or anything like that.
he took over basically what Rio was doing.
Yeah. So good for him. I enjoy. He's a nice guy.
Hey Lance, did you happen to find a deluxeified Gentis in your storage locker?
Yeah, I do. I have one.
I never got mine.
You never got yours?
Bitches.
I was supposed to get one for doing the Lance and Ants thing, but I never got one.
Oh yeah. Well,
Because
that's
this
my
is in his
copy.
locker.
And ants.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's a Lance and Ants thing?
We used to do the TOG podcast together.
Oh, it was called Lance and Ants. Oh,
No,
Lance.
every time I was on, we used to joke around. It was the Lance and Ants show.
Yeah.
Right.
Chip Theory.
Chip Theory. 20 strong.
Yeah, the 20 strong. It goofed me. I didn't know it was a 1 player.
Oh,
For some reason I thought it was a multiplayer.
Yeah.
They got a lot of 1 player things.
20 strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big one. This is not a big game. It's very small.
Check.
But I've got a gigantic box of Victorum oblongatum. I can't remember
Yeah.
what is it called? Hoplomachus
Wow.
oblongata. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
Hoplomachus Victorum, something like that. And it's a 1 player only. And it's massively huge.
So this might be the only thing I pick up. The most recent
Kremlin?
version of Kremlin.
Another Kremlin.
Because Kremlin is a very, very fun game.
What's the art look on this one?
I'll get to that in a second, but I definitely want to check because I like this one because it looks like it's more instead of being a
realistic.
goofball, realistic. I played City of Silver.
Yeah.
It was a game.
Okay.
Their next game looks amazing, by the way.
Yeah, but there was one thing about City of Silver that I loved. I thought it was just super cool, but is the fact that like you have like everything is dark gray, but then when you flip over your tiles,
Comes color.
you start coloring. It's a cool little thing that they do. I mean, this is definitely a gets the job done game. I don't see any need to own it, mostly because other people I know own it, and so I can just play their copy. But yeah. All right. So Kremlin, very fun game. What'd you say?
I'm gonna see the artwork.
Yeah, very fun game. It is definitely a not for the faint of heart. You have to be a jerk.
What is this medieval sausage slinging game that you just posted?
Oh, because the Kickstarter.
Sorry, I'm just now seeing that.
Yeah, I was like flinging sausage
Anyway.
or whatever. But anyway.
Sorry.
There, Scott.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What?
I don't want that.
It doesn't look much different than the previous version.
No, it doesn't.
I like the cartoon people.
Go to the image thing and sort it by.
Wait a minute, time out. Hold on.
That's from 2018, by the way.
Yeah, because that's 3rd edition.
Right, I have that edition. That's what I was saying.
Let's go to recent here.
You're on recent. They've uploaded no pictures of the new
They've
stuff.
uploaded no pictures. Well, that sucks.
Wait, who's the publisher?
Jolly Roger.
Dietz
or
Foundation.
Foundation.
Dietz Foundation. Okay, hang on. I'll go find pictures.
Did Jim Dietz
Uh,
die? No, he didn't die. Did he?
You see, I like this. I like, with the,
What is the Dietz Foundation?
it's a company. I mean,
Oh, it's a okay, it's a nonprofit. Sorry. Thought he died.
uh,
Okay. Well, I mean, it's just odd that people don't upload pictures.
it
yeah.
is weird.
I mean, just to rant a little bit, people were like complaining that Dicebreaker got shut down. And it's like, yeah, because they can't self-sustain. Like the publishers have to support this stuff. Like upload pictures, talk about stuff, it's a self-perpetuating thing, right?
Uh,
Whatever. Rant over.
Off
So,
with their heads.
All right, so
some,
Lance,
like,
Thomas
what?
the
Jefferson.
pictures on their website are almost the same ones as the third edition ones.
no, that sucks.
It's just a
Mhm.
reprint.
I think they just changed the box cover.
Well, I just saved myself $65.
I would have rather had some more cartoony fun art
Yeah.
instead of just
Dolphin
pictures of
hacking.
Dolphin Moose Match Mayhem.
dead people.
Wild Taco. Moving along.
Have you guys played any of those taco games?
No.
I'm curious if it's fun.
An expansion for
Bucks.
Honey Buzz. I've never played Honey Buzz. Has anyone played Honey Buzz?
Never.
I have played Honey Buzz.
Santa's Workshop.
And
It's a game.
it's a game.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a game.
That's what I kind of figured.
I mean, yeah, I just didn't really find it much of anything.
Santa's
wasn't for me.
Workshop.
So
did
Santa's
hear that,
Workshop is a game
played
that
it on
I
BGG.
designed without knowing this game existed.
Oh,
Did you?
did you
Did,
mail
I
did,
them?
you,
literally
did,
made-
you,
I
did
literally
you send
made a
out your
game.
ideas?
Did you
I-
email
I-
the ideas to them?
I literally made a game about Santa's Workshop,
Yeah.
and then I found this game, and I'm like, it's the exact same freaking
You
game.
gave it to your brother. Keith.
And this one was already done already. The Keith's game was already done. I didn't even know Keith at the time, but it was just pretty funny.
We played that on game night and they liked it.
Yeah.
Envy Born Games. 16
Envy Born.
candies. Confusing.
Players compete to protect their cannon. Losing has never tasted so good.
I do like this defrag. I like that. I like that disc.
Yeah, it's a floppy disk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to defrag your computer by solving a grid style
Yeah.
puzzle. Is that a one-player game?
One or two.
1 to 2. They're all look like they're 1 to 2.
I'll take a look.
Yeah, that's okay. Ugh,
Yeah, that's
what? Something's
Oh.
not. That's the game. Huh.
I had a
Apparently.
chance to play this one. I like
Curious
Matthew,
of
the
what
guy who
the
runs
art
this.
is. I can't quite make it out.
Looks like
remember
they're
the joy of running the defrag program on your
So did you know
hard
if you
drive?
optimize your disk, if you like deleted stuff off your disk, it could be undeleted? Do you guys remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd have to
Yeah.
optimize or defrag your hard drives to be so you couldn't be your stuff couldn't be undeleted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fireside Games.
What was Sirens?
Sirens is
That one actually looks cool because it's got the mythology thing. It's got
I played Sirens. It's a cool little card game, but it has a companion app that plays the song that you've put together by the order of the
Oh, that's
cards.
cool.
Yeah.
Neat.
So you put the app over the top and it plays the song.
Oh, and it
for
plays
you.
like a little. Oh, it's like another music game with notes.
Yeah, it's
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah. Huh.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty clever little thing.
Unmatched.
Mistwind is finally out. No, it's
Trade
not.
networks are transport whales and outposts.
September 1st, 2020.
This one looks
Well, I
cool.
like that map thing. I like that.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah. You got some.
Super close up of my hand.
Super close.
But it's a whale. He's got a cube.
Got a cube on it.
I keep you. Star Trek 4 all over again. Or
Yeah.
5, whichever one.
Garden getaway.
Second edition.
Jigami. Academy Tower.
Line it. I mean,
I want the
They were-
Pac-Man corridor. I mean, I don't even really like corridor. I don't think I will play it, but I kind of do want the Pac-Man version of it. I
Yeah.
mean, I played corridor like a couple times and it's like I got it, but it's not like I don't love it.
I
Right.
mean, that would be just something cool just to have because it looks
Yeah,
neat.
it's just what am I gonna do with it?
Yeah, but
Put it with the
Corridor,
rest of
yeah.
your junk.
Once you play Corridor once, you're just kind of
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of game. Although I don't
No.
know about the Pac-Man version. Maybe it has different rules.
either
Uh-huh.
put a
Oh
wall
my God,
down or
test
move your
team.
guy.
Test team is not good.
Test.
Oh, Olivia Finet.
3 to
You
18
broke
people.
his
I
heart.
wanted to love it because if you go look at a card, you break up into 3 teams. 2 teams compete against each other, and 1 team is the judge. Look at some of the cards. Just
Hold on.
I really wanted to love it. Oh, see, the tasks are very like who can spin the top the longest. You know, like that's one. I mean, that's one of the very basic ones. But they're
Right.
like you throw a die at you throw 2 dice on the table and you guess how far they are in distance. Like whoever is closest without going over wins. You know, it's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like it's just silly.
That reminds me of the Guinness Book of World Records game.
Is that the same kind of game?
It was. It had like when you'd either it was like part trivia game. Like it's like how it's like this person they ate whatever. What were they? Oh, they ate eggs. Or something like that. Like. Or there was actually like physical challenges you did to break world records or whatever. It was an older game. Let's see here. By the seashore. Loot dispute. God, there's just so many games. They just keep pumping them out. Endangered Rescue #1. Just danger.
Well, I like their little 18 card escape room games though. They're pretty clever.
Cool.
They've done a few of those.
Yeah. La Familia Hort. 4 eccentric farmers compete to inherit their ghost grandmother's land.
Okay.
Just
Oh God.
where does this shit come from?
I'd play that.
The Fog, Escape from Paradise, an enthralling and immersive race for survival. Can you save your islanders? Is this just escape? Are there sharks, whales, and sea serpents? Is this just Lifeboat? It looks like you got to move your people and get them on the boats. There's only enough room for some. No idea. Marriage mix-up.
It's one of those 18 card games.
Yeah.
I like those games.
Yeah.
Good. You can buy them. I apologize. These will not be present. But Clans of Midgard and
Sorry.
Reavers in Midgard, the card game, are fantastic.
Another
Oh, they suck. Moving on.
half-assed Midgard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Indie boards and cards. Astronauts Eternity. Ah. Astronauts Eternity. Mystery
deck
of the
building gonna need
Solaris. Astronauts Eternity. Savage Skies.
I need to play that. I've not
A
played it.
narratively
haven't either.
driven sci-fi cooperative deck building without shuffling. That is a lot.
I think it's based on that other one they did. Aeon's End.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think it's the same mechanics, a little, or some part of it's borrowed.
Right.
I don't think exactly, but I want to play it. I've not played it. It looks good to me.
No, I mean, it's fun. I'm sure it's amazing. I'm sure it's very fun.
It's not for Liz because he hates everything.
I don't hate everything. Draft and write records. No, thank you.
That was Magooey.
Really?
Isn't that Magooey's game?
Maple Valley. Collect goods. Help your friends and follow the right path. Panda
Yes,
Royale. Assemble your team of pandas to win this dice drafting. Lime Green Games with Paper Trail. Pass notes around the classroom without getting caught. $65.
I'm curious what's in that. 6%.
Yeah.
Oof, that's a price tag. Oh my.
Yeah, marker.
I'd buy that for $66.
I'll buy that for $1.
Huh.
Holy cow! Look at this. They got like things to protect. It's like it looks like there's a. Is this like a teacher?
It seems like a serious game there, man.
This
I don't
looks like
know.
a fucking.
It comes with a proctor.
Yeah, it comes with your own.
Proctor.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's got Comic Sans. Was that Comic Sans that I saw?
No.
And it's got Papyrus on the cover.
Hmm.
Well, I don't want to, you know. They're trying.
King's Coalition. Draft cards will coalition. They'll vote on the new tax revenue for the king.
Avatar made millions of dollars and it uses papyrus also.
Have you seen the Papyrus too?
Yeah.
Did you watch that SNL?
Yeah, I saw them both.
That's so great.
Dabo Walla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We played this on game night.
Cool.
I did not watch that episode yet.
No.
Randolph.
Now is fun. That's
Yeah.
legit fun.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a good 15-minute, maybe even 10-minute game. I liked it a lot.
Rising Empires too.
Expansion for Alpha Clash trading card game. Alpha Clash Unrivaled. Scorpion Lair Games. Soulless Game Studio.
Oh, what was the Monster Chess game?
Why not?
Upward there.
Monster Chase.
I'm curious about the one above that, which is flashback.
Flashback.
Yeah, it says solve a dark
Cooperative.
issue by switching points of view. I'm curious about that.
Children's game.
7 it up. I think Scott can handle it.
Yeah, maybe.
Baby.
I just like those kinds of things where
Yeah.
I like the visual games like that.
All right.
This is fun.
What was Baseline?
I don't know.
It's like whatever.
$30. Available in standard or
army and
deluxe.
seven
I wonder what you get with deluxe.
You get fries with it.
Oh, well, nice.
Yeah.
You can supersize the drink.
Can I supersize?
You guys are so cynical. You lost the joy
Battle.
of board gaming.
That's what this is called. Battle. That's just
Game. Game. Play game.
Okay.
Oh man. Battle. Concept logo. Let's go. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Let's go.
Go.
Let's
you know
go
what?
battle.
I'll go by. I'll see what it's like. Stifling Dark is a good game.
Yeah, the rulebook looks dense though, man.
It is a very
Oh, is it?
dense.
Is there a how to play? How and watch
I
it?
have no idea if there is, but it is.
I want to
made-
play it.
It's made from some people and with they're drunken Scotties, so so I have to hate them. But no, they're very nice people, and I talked to them at Gen Con last year, and I got my own copy, and it has a couple of things that are like super cool because one person's the evil,
Right, one versus many.
one versus many, and you're the evil person, and the thing about it is that like the players, there's these like, why don't they have those things? They probably don't have a close up of them. Oh, here they are. So here's like the flashlights and stuff that will reveal if the monster is near them, kind of thing. So you'll have those and you can play some. In my opinion, this because they have this point-to-point movement thing going on, which they pretty much just have to have, for it to work the way, for it to be the way the game runs. It just destroys the art, right? Which kind of sucks. But it's very clever, and they did a really good job with it.
Okay.
So
I want to play it. Maybe I'll play it this weekend.
Yeah.
Since my Agamonia group is not getting together again.
Sons of bitches.
The Sorry We Are French, they have the best
I played the mind map
best
game.
best publisher name ever.
Yeah, that's so great.
I want that
We Are
mind map
French.
game to be better. Is very. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't love it.
Look, Stronghold came out with a game that wasn't a Terraforming Mars and something.
It happens.
Yeah. Jigsaw.
Think so. It's already out.
Wait, what is that? Got cutting?
Game about rolling dice and using scissors to find things.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
The
safety scissors.
scissors.
Our old cutting right.
Vampire Village. Fortify your village against creatures and direct them towards your neighbors.
That could be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Tiling.
No. Studio. Put it in H.
Studio H.
Studio H. Super Meeple. Expeditions around the world.
That's a good
Wolfgang
game.
Kramer. You
I
know,
played
so-
that 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wildlife Adventure.
Stone Spine Architects. Build your own perilous dungeon. Become a master
Build!
architect.
So
Oh.
this one, I like the reading of it, but when I look at the board, it just looks so boring.
What, Stone Spine?
Yes. It says build your own perilous dungeon and become a what did it say?
Become a master
Master
architect.
architect. But then I look at the board, I'm like, huh?
Yeah. I can see what you're saying.
Why are they so small? Rooms are so tiny.
That
Some people
that
playing
that
on the
Minotaur
Switch.
looks very dignified, however.
What are you,
Yeah,
a
is
master
that,
architect for ants?
Who's the designer of that one? Is that Keith? No, it's not.
Jordy
Jordy.
Aiden?
Dawn.
They created Cartographers.
Cartographer is a good game.
Yeah.
Cartographers is a fantastic game.
Maybe I'm gonna have to try this one.
So
So there, Scott.
that is also
I just don't.
Scotty that owns Thunderworks Games.
Side of these.
Words of Feather. Turn
Use
sideways
components
games.
to create something visually stunning.
Wacky Wizard Games.
Caution sign.
Sorcerer Endbringer.
Oh, that's Scott Brady, Danielle Reynolds.
No, I mean Scott Brady's awesome.
I had fun. I played Caution Signs. I had fun with it.
It looks fun. Is it like a drawing? You have to draw.
Yeah, yeah. You get two halves of a thing, and one of them's like a descriptor, and one of them's the noun,
Yeah,
and you have to draw the thing,
like
and then
wet
the guesser has
cows.
to like drunken cow or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah, sure.
and then you have to draw the thing, and then you give it to the guesser, and the guesser has to figure out which combination of things
Right.
matches each picture.
Got it.
It was fun. It was a blast. We had a great time.
Oh, is that an expansion for Sorcerer?
Yeah, it looks like.
That's what it looks
Is
like.
it co-op? Makes it co-op? 1 to 3
Oh.
players will team up to battle against a crazed demigod known as Maine.
Sorcerer
no.
is a good game. I don't have
It's a
own
great
my
game,
copy
actually.
anymore.
1 to
But,
3. That number never really works. Yeah.
Yeah, I've played it. Teams. It was fun.
Okay.
Maybe a little too long.
Hmm.
But I
Yeah.
did. The artwork is really good.
Yeah. There you go, everybody.
That's it.
That's Origins.
That's Origins
Cool.
in
Yeah.
a nutshell.
I mean, sort that. Can you go back and sort it by like thumbs?
You're asking too much there, Scott.
I'm just curious what people are interested in.
I don't think it sorts by thumbs.
Does hot.
You're telling the guy who designed.
Sort by hot. Is anybody watching anymore?
They're all
We have 5
asleep.
viewers, and I think I'm one of them. One of the
All
5.
right.
Tir na Nog. Earn your place in the Celtic or whatever you want to say, other world.
Celt. We've been through this. It's
Tir
not a
na Nog
basketball
is with
team.
154 thumbs is number 1.
What is it?
Tir na Nog?
Tir na Nog from
Tir na Nog?
Grand Gamers Guild.
Yeah, what is it? That's
What kind of game is
the
it?
Giants? No.
Hand management,
was
open
the fur
drafting,
burning.
card game fantasy from Isaac Shalev
Oh, I
and
like that.
Jason Slingerland.
Battle.
Battle.
Build.
I mean, it looks
Okay.
nice.
Well, what's the top 10? Bring your screen back up.
I
I mean, we can stop talking and we can be done.
mean,
I'm
Tiernanog.
so
Then it
exasperated
was
by
two.
this.
It was
Like, do you even care
Tiernanog.
about games anymore, Lance?
Here, listen to me. Listen.
Put your screen up.
He
It was
just likes hearing his voice,
Tiernanog.
Scott. Fuck you.
just a little.
You're so unpleasant.
Yeah.
To game with. Yeah.
All right.
Fine, that's
Tiernanog.
great. Perfect.
Dog.
Endangered. Witchcraft.
Huh.
La Familia Hort. Holiday Hijinks. Maple Valley. Cote
Yeah.
Hurrah. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Nobody goes to this convention anymore, honestly. I mean, it's a dead zone.
Apparently somebody does.
No, there's people that go to those.
And then they go, but it is. Last
It's the
year
second
we were
biggest
there. It
convention
was
in the
like
country, isn't it?
what?
Is it bigger than PAX? It's bigger than PAX.
I don't think it's big. I mean, I think PAX
Get it.
has eclipsed it at this point. I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't know. I have nothing to go on other than just my gut with that comment. But it is yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, last year, I mean, I saw like I was seeing the same people wander by, but the thing, it's like, hey, it's you, the guy in yellow, just like, hey, how you doing today? Oh, I'm fine, thanks.
Hey, you with the face.
Yeah,
You, the other person carrying that black rainbow game,
yeah.
whatever that game was. Everybody was.
I
around.
mean, I mean, I get to go eat hot chicken. I get to go to Big Fun. I mean,
Get to hang out with me this year.
yeah, I get to hang out with
Yeah.
Anthony this year, which I think is amazing. I think I'm gonna have a really good time.
Why are you crying, Scott?
Why are you all crying?
I'm sad for Origins, man, because Origins was awesome.
I still enjoyed myself last
I
year.
mean, I'm sure it'll be fun.
I mean,
You're
and
talking
I
to
don't-
Lance, though. He
I
hates
am-
everything
I
about board
am,
games.
I am 1000% positive that the people behind Origins work very hard and try to make it like awesome and do their very best or whatever. But their assistance when it comes to like, there have been many times this year, 3 times where I needed answers to something like relatively quickly, not like, hey, I'd really like to know how to do this for like that's really important for my booth, and how do I do this? And it was like, send an email, like go to their website, say if you have questions about this, email this and this, email them, get an automated email that says, it's like, thank you for contacting us, we will get back to you as soon as possible. Normal turnaround time is 1 business day, and it's like a week later you don't have anything. Email them again, get the same thing again. Email them again, get the same thing again. Like, you have to go into like basically the Gamma Origins Facebook group and call them out. And then they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll get back to you as soon as possible." And then within an hour they respond. Like, one of these things where it's like, we had to pay them money because we're sharing a booth with Larian Studios. And I was like, I know that I sent them an email at the beginning of May. And I said, I know I have to fill out a form and I know I have to give you money. Can you please send me that form so I can go through this process? They didn't get back to me until like 3 days ago and saying, yeah, here's the form and you got to pay $200. Now, what if they, and it was just kind of like, it was so long, I forgot that I emailed them. I assumed Shane had just taken care of it because I was just like, all of a sudden they're like, oh, yes, absolutely, you can share your booth. Please fill out this form. And it's just like, really? I mean, it's like, I realize that the people that are probably working for Origins aren't doing it full time. They're not like a full time employee. But I mean, so if it's their part time gig, and I know as much as anybody, like if you neglect a freaking inbox for a while, and then like you come back to it after like 7-8 days, and you see 627 unread. holy shit, how am I get through this? I mean, I have absolutely been on that end where you just like you don't get a chance to like do anything with that stuff. And but it's just it, I think that I don't think that they have enough people. I don't think Gamma has enough people in place that have the time or the desire to handle what it will take for them to elevate themselves like back up to like this is the important thing to go to. And I mean it's just been in a state. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I mean and who knows? Maybe as a vendor, as an exhibitor, I just don't see it. Like maybe there are tons of people that like go to this and they go there because they're going to go there and play games with their friends. They're not there. Maybe they're doing like sign up events for board games and role playing games and whatever to see those things. I'm just unaware. I mean, I could absolutely be wrong. But for me, it's just been like a steady decline as far as like the popularity of the show.
Yeah.
And I would be happy. I would be overjoyed to be wrong. Overjoyed if somebody was like, "No, you're wrong. It's actually like they're making more money than they ever did before, and people love it." And
We'll see in 2 weeks.
They got more
Yeah.
money than Davy Crockett.
yeah,
Oh,
So-
Origins. There's more cons now too. I mean, you could go to a con probably every week if you wanted to.
but I mean a con with tens of thousands of people. I mean, in the United States, there's 3.
Yeah. Yeah,
Four.
there's not that many big ones like that.
I mean,
3 to 5,000 is really where the most of them are. And
yeah,
that's big.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
what
that's-
I'm saying is people don't have to go to that now to get that experience. They go to one that's closer to them and not spend,
Yeah, like a regional.
yeah,
well,
because there's so many now that are bigger than, like 100 people or whatever. Yeah.
I mean,
Think of
it's
it like
interesting
this.
because
Go ahead. Sir.
I prefer. I don't know what I prefer. I guess I do prefer the Gen Con experience over the Origins experience, but they're very
Yes.
similar.
Are they?
But I'll say this, and this is again, this is just me and my gut talking. I don't have
His gut's never been wrong.
anything to back up what I'm saying here. But what I'm saying is what I will say is that I think that like going to Gen Con is like an event. Like it's people are like, I'm gonna go to Gen Con. And I think
a
people
big deal.
say and I think people say that about going to BGG Con. Heck, a buddy of mine who I convinced to go to I convinced a few of my friends to go to BGG Con not last year but the year before. And they're like, and he was saying he's like, I gotta go back to BGG Con this year. That was like I gotta go back. That was fantastic. And I was like, well, I mean, just cool, man. I mean, I'll keep you in the loop and I'll let you know when the things go up and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah. Like BGG Con is like, and I'm not trying to kiss Scott's ass, but I mean, it's one of those things where it's like it's an event.
Right, Scott
It's
doesn't
like
do nothing.
people are excited about it. And PAX Unplugged, people talk about going to PAX Unplugged like it's an event. It is a thing they're
Yeah,
going to want to do when they want to go, and it's possible, and it's probably because it's on the East Coast and there's really no like.
There's
Yes,
nothing else.
there's Dice Tower, but there's nothing,
Up in the Northeast here, yeah.
middle upper East
Yeah.
Coast as far as the big convention goes, and so that's like an event. I don't think anybody thinks of Origins as like, oh, this is my big event. I mean, Origins is kind of like it's like this is the first door that opens as far as conventions for the year, right? I mean, there's the Gamma trade show, but that's not a convention, right? I mean, I don't know.
Has Origins been later, or I remember it being closer to my birthday, which is the 5th. Was it? Is it later? Because it seems like it's closer to Gen Con
It always
than it
used to
used
be
to
on
be.
Father's Day, and they finally moved it.
Okay.
Like you'd be gone if you went to Origins, you were
They
gone.
moved
for
it 2
Father's
years
Day.
ago when I got married.
Yeah,
Did
there you
they?
go. That too. Yeah, so I mean, whatever. I mean, it's just, and again, those are just my guts. That doesn't mean anything. I mean, it's just it's one of those things where we go to it because you gotta, right? You gotta go. I mean, it's
Yeah.
you don't want. Well, I mean, you kind of do. You don't
You
want to
don't,
lose.
Scott.
You don't
You
want to
don't.
lose your
Altmaier
points.
doesn't go.
You don't.
Who?
Well, no. As a vendor, it's like you don't
Oh, does it?
wanna. You don't want to lose your points. You don't wanna. You don't wanna. Um. You don't wanna. It's just like, and it's a way for you to like have meetings. Like people sit there and talk
Yes,
about,
if you're all if
the
you're all
big
like,
bar on two, big bar on two.
Bar
You got to
two.
go there to
you have any real good
schmooze.
meetings though?
I don't know.
I feel like it's hard
Lance
to have
does.
conventions because everybody's so distracted.
I mean, I used to go to there and like big bar
Yeah, I
and
can
two or
see
whatever
that.
and do the things, but I mean, eventually I was just kind of like, yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna go to bed. I'd rather sleep. You know.
You
So
hate board
it's
games and board gaming people.
A photo popped up in my memories the other day. Jaws. Jaws.
Jaws?
You ever
yeah.
play Jaws?
Jaws is a great
Yeah.
game.
That was 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
The 2019. I
Um.
think it was 2019.
19, I think.
Jarls.
Jaws.
Jaws.
Jaws. Jaws.
Oh, okay.
Just Jaws.
Damn it.
I'm adding a draw to it.
Okay.
Smoking in
Oh.
the house, Anthony? She didn't kill you yet?
Down in the basement.
I'm actually going to be quitting soon. It's probably my last pack here.
Good.
Permanently?
I'm going to try, yeah. I got this thing. I can do it. I went 5 years without smoking, but I got this thing where I'll go cold turkey, but it's like I'll do it for a day and then I'll smoke and then I'll go 2 days. Once I get past that third day, I'm fine, but I'll have like a couple of false starts. But yeah, I decided I've really had enough. I decided that a long time ago. We'll see how it works though. This is the first
Jaws
time I
was
tried to
2019.
do it while smoking weed. So I don't know how this is gonna work. Yeah.
Um.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah, we'll see.
Lance,
What's up?
is this the first convention that Divinity's going to be at?
I think
Divinity?
Divinity Original Sin.
Oh, Original Sin.
We're handling it for Larian. Yeah, I think it is. And we told them to go there and do it, but they never did. So, I mean, it's so huge. It's like
Yes.
the
I unpacked my copy that I got like I've not opened it yet. It's massive. It's a gigantic. If you get everything, it's literally 3 feet tall box.
yeah, the
Uh,
box
Maybe
is like
tall.
40 pounds.
Like 4. Yeah. It's
Why'd
really,
you get it, Scott? You know you're never gonna play that.
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Kieran, the guy who he asked me if he had me fill out all. He's like, can you fill out these? He's like, can you fill out these forms? And I was like, yeah, that's sure. But I want an all in Divinity. And he was just like, oh, I was gonna send you one anyway. So I was like, oh,
I wonder how many copies of that they printed.
a fair amount, I'm believing.
I mean, and it's big. Where do you store it?
I don't
Like
know.
you got to have a warehouse
In
upon
the
warehouse.
shed.
We got a big
I mean,
warehouse.
it's a big box.
Well, you gotta remember we do fulfillment now as well. So we
Sure.
got a big warehouse. So
Okay.
yeah.
But when you can only fit like 40 on a pallet, 400 is a lot of pallets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
It
Okay.
adds up.
Whatever.
It is.
It-
4,000.
Uh just
5,000.
not to from like do commercials for everybody, but um, I've played Hedge Mage, and that is a fun game. It's on
What's
Kickstarter right
Hedge?
now, and plus it's Floodgate. My good friend Ben, who is so
What's it called? Hedge Maze?
Hedge Mage. It's a polyomino game. It's like it's super clever, and it's
Is it coming out of Origins?
no, it's on Kickstarter right now. So it
Yeah.
launched like a day or two ago. But check it out.
Sure. I
It's
see
it's
it.
got gnomes. Yeah, it's like you have
Another
to
gnome
navigate.
game? Why are there
You
so many gnome games coming out this year?
yeah, you navigate your neighbor's
The
maze.
cycle,
So
Scott.
like you got to set up a maze that's like difficult for them to get
It
through
was
as far as
dogs
the hedges
last
go.
year.
And yeah, it's clever, it's fun, um it's not too it's one of those things you can play with like it's that weird wake game where your kids can play with you, but also like adults can enjoy it as well. So
Hey, Lance,
yeah, what's up?
that game you've been trying to get me to play with you on Steam,
Yeah.
you have a physical copy of that?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I do not have 360 individual
I don't know if you had a
cards and-
prototype copy of it.
No.
Okay, then that's what say bring it and play it.
Oh yeah, I would totally.
What
But
game is that?
that's we signed it, the Paris Agreement. It's got like 360 no 320 oh man. Like yeah, it's just
Hard
like
mode?
it's a dense. I mean, now that I've played it like a dozen times, it isn't super dense and heavy to me anymore. I can grasp it pretty well, but but until I got to that point, I mean, but around the third play, I had the mechanisms and the processes down pretty well, so it wasn't too much of a difficulty.
Well, that
By the way,
helps
you
when
should
you sign the game.
publish Evan's next game.
Fuck Evan.
I'm a day one backer.
He's gonna wait till
I don't want. I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't
this is over.
yet, Evan.
The video that I sent you,
Have you shown it to anybody?
I sent that video to Josh. So if he wants it, he'll let me know.
2027.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, this is just Paris Agreement, but yeah, there's 314 project cards. And like, and you have a hand of 5 cards, and you draft one, and then on your turn, you have cards, so it's like, and then
Is that the theme?
well, the Paris Agreement is you're trying to save the world, do
Yeah.
the best job possible.
Oh,
Oh, is this the Paris Accords or whatever?
Yeah.
complicated.
So and these are all the
Oh my
different.
god!
Yeah, I know. It's
Oh, my
very
game's a little lighter
intimidating.
than that.
Not like a
It's
flow
You know
chart.
what? It probably screams Arc Nova, and I'm sure people will love it.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, it kind of screams Arc Nova to me, honestly.
it is extremely intimidating the first time you play it,
Yeah.
but and the second time. But by the third
And
time,
the third time.
it's like I mean, like I can tell
Will there be
you
a third time?
like everything that's going on with all this stuff and what each
That looks
card
cool,
does
though.
and each card means and
That looks cool. I'd
yeah,
try to
yeah,
do
and
a
it's
game like
just
that.
it's and then so basically on your turn, you
Are you
either
gonna get artwork?
you
or
either
is it
place a card
public domain
here
artwork?
and like you build these out like so. You know, like
Yeah.
and so and then you can have up to 4 cards in each one of
Mm.
these, or you place cards over here. And when you place them over here, you're investing them, and so you get different abilities from cards if you place them over here. And you put 12 cards on this side, 12 cards on that side. As soon as you have, and then you kind of ping pong back and forth depending on where you put cards. But then after you're
And then you
done,
resolve them all at the end.
and then and then after they're all done, after everything is done, you have these meeples, and then there's 4 cards here and 4 cards here as well, and then you start moving these back, and everybody does this on their own. You don't have to wait for everybody else, and so and there'll be 4 cards over here as well. So then you're moving this one here, and then so you activate your engine. So not only are you been trying to get good cards and give yourself the ability, the powers and abilities to move your battery tokens up while you're playing, or move your energy tokens up or whatever, and setting up your different power grids, lowering your carbon footprint here, things like that by putting these cards down. Then you get to the end, and then each person has this goes through this process of activating different things to get different victory points and get more energy. And whoever does the best job of like basically making a ton of energy for the world, and but also not polluting it and sending it into doomsday does the best job and gets
So it's
wins the
competitive.
game. But yeah, it's like I said, there's a lot, and there's like I said, there's and each card is different. No card there's no duplicates whatsoever. There's 314 of them.
Evan, your game is never getting printed.
What are you gonna do?
I mean, to be fair, I guess when we told him that we were going to sign it, Josh said we'd like to sign your game. We probably won't even start developing it for 2 years. And the guy said
He was okay with that.
yeah, he was
It's
like
pretty standard.
he's like
at this
you
point.
guys are awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. I
I
can't
don't
believe
think
we're gonna publish
everybody's
that
looking for a
game.
game like this one, Scott.
Yes, I hear that a lot.
I would have moved on.
And that's why you
It's
don't have a
pretty tough to
published game,
find.
Scott.
It's pretty tough to find.
I just personally would have been like, nope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty normal now.
I mean, we have games that we've signed that are like we've had them for way too
Yeah,
long.
Evan knows.
Yeah.
Sure,
No, and it's sad. It's sad because it's just like,
Because-
oh well, it's like we are going to publish your game. It's just
I've
No.
enjoyed all of Evan's
Interesting.
games that I've played.
Have you played Zero?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you.
Hey,
I've
that's
played
a winning
many.
record.
I've played several of Evan's games.
Yeah. Eventually, I'll
Did
play
Did
one
you
of
actually
them.
do any work with that patching game or the knitting game?
Not yet because it's
Okay.
not on contract yet. I've been focusing on the stuff that's on.
I mean, I think you
timelines,
had
but-
something there with that one,
I think so too. Yeah.
with the core.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. Yeah. I think I'm gonna ditch. I've had enough
Ditch
people
the
now.
worker placement part.
Yeah.
I mean, don't let me
No,
influence you.
It's my, it's like it's my vision of
Scott,
my darling,
sure.
but I've had
Sure.
so many people be like, dude, I like this part. I don't want to do this part. Don't make me
Yeah.
do this. Just let me do this.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think I'm gonna.
I mean, that part's fun.
I think
my
you're right.
vision. It's my darling.
My
Hey, next
vision,
time
my
you
vision.
next time when you send it to somebody to have them take a look at the game or whatever, and make sure you say I need you to sign this NDA, because nothing tells the publisher moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
moving on.
nothing.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
just,
Everybody asks that question when they first enter the hobby. You see it like every day on the designer forums.
yeah. I'm
I'm
pretty sure
afraid
somebody
someone's-
stole my idea. No, they didn't.
Yeah.
I have heard of it happening,
Right.
like maybe
72 times.
no, I mean
Yeah, it's
like
very rare.
legitimately, like
Yeah.
people have
Very rare.
like
Yeah.
legitimately said that was my idea and somebody took it from me.
Right.
I have heard it legitimately happening from people that really believed it themselves, probably between 7 to 9 times.
Right. It has
And
that.
of those 7 to 9, there is one where I think it might have happened, but I don't know for sure. I have no idea if it actually happened.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, I know
Nobody
a
knows.
few stories that are legit.
But again, when
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So you're as they say, shit out of luck. Just yeah, you'll never know.
Anybody play anything new?
No, just prototypes, man.
Let's see.
I did 12 hours of Agamonia.
12
That game looks
hours?
cool.
Yeah.
What
Tired
you
day.
think after 12 hours?
It's a great
Scott?
game. It's almost got too much in it.
Uh.
I'm a little overwhelmed, but it's good.
I'm hoping that was more than one game.
It was a few.
Okay. I was gonna say.
It was less than I wanted it to be, though. It was like I felt like for that many hours we should have gotten a little further, but
Okay.
there was we unlocked the full campaign at that point, which it hits you with like a lot of stuff.
Oh,
It does. Hits you like it almost hits you with like one too many things. Like I said, it's like you have your personal character development story. So everybody's got their own storybook. And then you've got all the scenarios that you could do, right? And you have to unlock those. The first time you go into the town, you unlock like 4 of them. And then when you level up, you unlock like another 12. Like it's that much.
Yep.
Like you have like 16 buildings you can visit. Like it's
Oh
crazy.
wow.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, they're all like pretty tropey, like okay, the gambling den or the place that makes you armor, the place that makes you potions, or the place, all that stuff. It's a typical town.
Ribbon.
Can't
But it's
wait.
neat. Yeah. And then there's like
Cool.
side quests that don't get you anything but stuff, or at least we don't think you get anything but stuff. You might get like story,
Okay.
but it'll have a star next to it, which is like an experience point. If you do that mission, you'll get an experience point.
Okay.
And then I think what we're gonna do is mainline this experience points just to get through it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, but the side missions sound cool. There's lots of cool side missions, and there's like factions. There's 12 factions in a town, 6 against like 6 opposing factions, and you can get influence with one faction or another. And when you get enough influence up to a point with one of the factions, you get a benefit, which
Okay,
is super cool. I love
Yeah.
that. And you have to make decisions based on certain things to get like raise your one faction or fight, go against another, and it's pretty neat.
Yeah, cool.
It's like it is basically a rolling playing game in a box,
Yeah.
RPG in a box.
That's one that's been on my radar. I just don't think it'll get to my table with
It
my
took us
guys.
a while to get back into the rules. Like since we had not played since like January, we forgot almost everything.
Right.
It almost would have
yeah.
been better for us to start over
Start over. Yeah.
because we forgot,
How
gosh,
to
almost.
play.
So I basically
Yeah.
almost had to read the rules again, which sort of sucked.
Hmm.
I remembered a few things, but I couldn't. There was, there's always these edge cases with these kind of games. Like,
Yeah.
what happens
Yeah.
when this goes off?
Yeah.
Like, what happens in a tie? What do you do for, if there's a tie, or what do you, there's all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And we had a long discussion about something that was just like, in the end, doesn't matter. So
Okay.
we get sidetracked by that kind of stuff. Like, because we want to play by the rules.
Right. Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's a great game though. It's very cool. It's incredibly dense. There's like I said, there's one too many things. You have your personal character, you have your town, you have all your scenarios, and the scenarios are kind of in depth. Some of them are very quick, but some are very long. And there's also, you can get professions. Like we unlock professions as well. So you have your story and profession.
That's cool.
So I'm a alchemist. One of the guys is like a thief, in the thieves guild or whatever, or he's a lockpick or something. He's got all the the thievery. And I think there's like 8 professions in the game. Anyway, neat game. Artwork's good flavor, but it is a beast to play. Yeah,
Yeah, like I said, I
it's
don't
not as
think
smooth as I want it to be.
I don't think it would get to my table.
Yeah, it's a bit of work. Now, if you had played it from the intro scenario onward and all at once, then I think you would be fine. But since we had already played a full day of gaming of it, to go back and play again after almost 6 months was painful.
Mm.
And then of course and since now the group is not getting together this weekend, we're gonna have to do something else. So it's a partial group. So I'm like, maybe we should just play Divinity. I'm a glutton for punishment. But I mean, I also love the Seventh Citadel. I've only scratched the surface of that. Very, very, very surface.
Surface.
Nothing. We've looked at like 50 cards, not even 50 cards in this game of like 1,000 cards. 100. It's not 1,000. It's like 600 cards.
Still.
And then Slay the Spire. I have not beaten that yet. I really like.
Oh yeah.
That was good.
Today I played Maximum Apocalypse. My brother came down and I
Oh, okay.
introduced
Yeah,
him
well,
to it.
what do you
It
think?
went
Oh,
smooth.
yeah.
I was surprised how smooth it went. Yeah.
It's a smooth game.
It's
I guess you could come up with some edge cases there, but you might as you could just
yeah.
go with
He
it.
had problems. He didn't bring his reading again, but some of the font, the way they color the hit points and shit on the cards, he had a little bit of issue with that.
Right. But it's kind of a simple game.
Yeah. I
So I
did
saw you had
introduce him.
Michael Nade on your show.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I didn't get to watch it. How'd it go?
Pretty good. You know, it's.
Okay.
I didn't realize
Did
he
you
only
give him
lives like
shit?
20 minutes away from me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's up in Wilmington. Um, did I give him shit?
Yeah, I was wondering if you had given him shit. Weren't you complaining a bit about the organization of it?
There was a few things, and I said they were nitpicky. I think they could take it from a good game to a a great game for an entry level person or something new to this. Just because I think it's just minor shit that is basically
Yeah, and I
just
think that's because it has 3 versions, right? 4 versions.
no. This is I have the latest second edition. I have the
Okay.
newest, edition of it. But while I was talking to him, he was saying he's gonna. What he did with this new edition is, I think it was the Wild Wilderness, the whatever the standalone was, kind of
Box.
changed the system a little bit. So he's going to retheme it and rejigger it to be a space theme now instead of on the ground. But he's coming out with that's his next Kickstarter. Actually, is the digital version of Maximum Apocalypse.
Okay. Like an
Um,
app.
yeah. And he said the next couple weeks or something. But this other stuff is supposed to come out the end of the year. But he did say he slowed down on the amount of projects he was pushing out so he could focus more on the quality control and stuff like that while he was on there.
I mean, I think Settle Watch is an amazing game. Like, doesn't get noticed much.
Yeah, I haven't played that one. The
It's
Maximum
like you're
Apocalypse the
defending
first
your
time.
campfire from being overrun by monsters. It's really good.
Oh, okay.
It's really fun to like figure out how to defeat the line of monsters because you can see, depending on how bright your fire is, you flip them over to see what's coming, and you have to like strategically do your actions against the monsters in the row, like at certain times or certain powers and everything. It's really good.
I heard that Lawyer Up was pretty good too, but I never played that one either.
I have not played Lawyer Up. That's a 2-player game, right?
I'm not sure. This is the first game of his I played, or that company. Yeah, I don't really do Kickstarters. Like you're the only reason I have it because you put it on the radar, on my radar. But I'm looking
Do you guys
forward
remember a
to
game called Waste Nights?
Waste Nights.
Yes.
Nights. It's post-apocalyptic adventure book kind of game.
Yeah, Waste Nights. Remember that?
I wanted to love that game, and I just don't.
Did somebody want a copy of Lawyer Up?
Oh, you
They
got
have
one?
the 2 expansions too.
Two
You don't
expansions. You didn't like it, Andy?
I never played it.
You just never got into anything.
Somebody local was selling it for $5, so I said I'll take a shot.
$5 is probably a good deal.
Yeah,
What's the player get on that? That's what we were
40,
talking about.
50.
2-player.
Two? Okay.
Yeah, I don't do much player game anymore, so
You
it's
don't.
not, it's not really my favorite type of game.
That's pretty much all I do.
I mean, I like if it's 2-player, it's gonna be co-op. Like
Yeah, that usually works better.
Yeah.
You should play
Forbidden
Divinity.
games don't.
Divinity. I think I might play that this weekend.
Yeah.
I cracked it all out, and I'm gonna punch it and see what's what.
So
I mean, I love what they did with Baldur's Gate. And they took that game design back. Like it was designed by originally by a different studio. I forget his name. That Canadian guy.
Isn't that the one? Didn't Matt put a bunch of work into Divinity?
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They redid the whole game.
Yeah,
When
they took it
Kickstarter.
back from the publisher who had it at the time. Like we did an interview with them years ago at Essen, like 2019. I think they were like our final interview of 2019.
Oh,
and then pandemic.
yeah.
Um, can't remember his name.
I do know as a result of being the person who's going to be showing the game at Origins, I did find the worst YouTube reviewer ever
Mm-hmm.
as a result of it.
Lynn Vander. You remember Lynn Vander?
They're all horrible. They're all a bunch of hacks.
Oh no, this guy's bad. Horrible.
Is it Forrest?
Oh, no.
Wasn't?
Horrible.
Wow.
Horrible.
Did you just
Literally,
find-
literally played
on
the
B-
game once on camera and then gave his review of the tutorial. And it
At
was
least he's being honest about it.
no, he was not even close. All he kept doing was comparing it to another game the entire time.
Yeah.
He's like, I like that, and I sold that one already too. It's like,
Do you remember the name of the channel?
I know what it is.
Just curious. Is the video on BGG?
He does a I don't know that I don't know, but he does a lot of videos on comic books and movies also. Very, 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 very uninformed
There's
opinion.
not a lot of video content on BGG for this game.
For what, Divinity?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, because Man versus Meeple did playthroughs.
Yeah, they didn't upload it.
Okay. There's a bunch
Yeah.
of channels that did playthroughs of it too. Like some of them did just
there's
just
a
the
lot of,
tutorial, and some of them did like the first mission after the first scenario after the and like so one of the things in the game is because it has the cooldown system, what they call it.
Yeah.
So basically if you use it this action,
You gotta wait a
you
turn.
discard, you put it on your tableau, and then at the end of your turn it slides over. And once it slides off, then you can take it into your hand and use it again.
Right.
It's like, I don't like this.
It-
I'm like, it's the best way to do it because everyone forgets when they can take it back. Like you put it
Yeah.
there and you slide it. And you get slides off, it comes back to your hand. It's really simple. It makes it very easy to know when you get something back too. And he's like, oh, I don't need that. I'm like, okay, you're amazing.
Each turn.
I don't know, the nitpicky stuff he complained about, and the fact that he got things wrong. Like it's one thing when someone plays off camera and they get things wrong and they say something about the game, but he literally watched the guy play the game wrong, make mistakes, and then complain about the things he did wrong.
We got a Michelle sighting.
Michelle,
Hi, Michelle.
on camera. Did you not think you're on camera?
Uh-oh. I'm on
Do
camera.
you want me to pause the camera?
Oh my god.
Hold on. I
Do
think
you
Sean
have roses for opening day, Scott? What's wrong with you?
did not have roses for you.
Oh no.
Son of a bitch.
I know.
Okay.
I'm
My
slacking.
my wife snuck on camera for a second too, I think.
All right. Hold on. I'll
Hi,
be back in a
Michelle.
minute.
He's got.
She's gonna go yell at him because the room's a mess.
Yeah.
So now, Lance, now I want to go see who is next to us.
Oh, Boots.
Hold on.
I hope the battle guys are next to us.
Battle? The guy who took the
No,
photo?
I think it's
Berkey.
no, it isn't. Get out of
Oh, the Rocky thing. I had to go to Fairmount. My cousin's kid graduated from high school, so we went up there for a party, which was kind of bittersweet. But on the way back, I drove on the side of the art museum to go around it to get on 95. But they moved the Rocky statue to the side of the building where we were coming. And there was like a line. I couldn't believe like they have it roped off in the back. It's changed a lot since the last time I've been there. And they had it roped off and people were like around the block and shit waiting to take the picture. It was weird. But then we drove around the front of the art museum and I see it kind of looked like a way station booth, sort of like sitting right in front of the art museum steps there off to the right. It's a fucking Rocky store. It's just like a pop-up Rocky store. They sell like Rocky memorabilia and shit
Well,
in
you
it.
got
I
all
was
those
like,
people that come and take a
"Jeez."
picture with the statue. Yeah.
But this was never really a great setup where the art museum is. It was modeled after the boulevard in Paris that goes to the Arc de Triomphe thing. So it was always a mess going around that circle and all that. But now people are stopping right in front of the art museum, which is a lane going into a major highway. They got people coming from three different directions behind them. It's just chaos. But the
Let's
store,
see,
I couldn't believe that.
Twilight Creations is near us. Remember them?
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Office.
They're publishing
Terry
zombies, I'm
Cunningham?
sure.
All right. Something.
Roll for Initiative is near us. I have no idea who that is.
Heard of them, I think.
The Witchborn. He's a nice guy. I know who that guy is. He's just a guy who just self-publishes his little skirmish game. He's super nice. Who's this? Crystal Cast Dice. Yeah, we really don't have anybody of like 9th level games.
Oh, I've heard of them.
What's up with that big gap across from where the booth is?
It's just that's a little open area, which is good because people congregate there all the
Yeah.
time.
Ah,
So it's like yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, so and then sophisticated service games, they're the stifling dark people. Super nice guys. Yeah, I mean other than that, I mean it's just kind of whatever.
You ready to spend all day with Lance Anthony?
We're gonna have a
I've done it before.
we're gonna have a blast.
Meet the game designers and artists.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not I'm kind of a I don't know what's what I'm looking for here. I think it's cool that Troll and Toad are going to be there. I mean, all they do is buy and sell. But remember when Troll and Toad used to like sell all kinds of stuff?
Yes.
Now they just buy and sell magic cards, basically.
I sent a message to him, a celebrity friend, tell him to stop by the booth.
Which one?
Kevin Sussman.
Got it.
Yeah.
But you know.
See if he does or not.
But yeah, obviously we will not have a show next week. Because, we'll be not around. I don't know. And Evan, you're not going to
No, not
Origins.
this year. I'm bummed. I really had a good time last year.
Yeah. All right. Well, I should probably get some rest. I'm going
You wanna
to
wait for Aldi to come back to let him know that we're
Oh, I suppose we'll wait.
we're leaving.
Uh,
Comes back. Where'd everybody go?
Well, we could be here. We just don't have to be on like.
Yeah.
Oh,
broadcasting.
that's true. That's true. We could let everybody else go then.
Yeah. Anyway, I got some after hours complaining
Okay,
to do
perfect.
anyway. So
All right.
All right, everybody. Well, have a good night. I don't know if you go to Origins, I don't know, but stop by the booth, say hello. You can say hi to two of us. What a
Grayson's
deal!
gonna be
Two
there.
Alaboomers.
To the boomers.
Two boomers.
The
For the
original
price of one.
boomers.
Okay,
Yes.
boomer.
OG.
Yep.
And all that then. All right.